We're diving in where the world collides. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence. Yeah. Uncle Freezy, vibing all night and all day. Coach Malpica, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is Soul Finger. DSJ always showing up as the soulful singer. Ron, Bully, and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap, Triborough. It's not just thought. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence. It's not just talk, it's how we groove. Life's a rhythm, we all move. Spin the wheel, what's next to see? Culture flowing endlessly. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rocker. Hey man, just coming off a crazy conversation with my guy, the Triborough Gigolo, talking about it's weird because he was talking about the greatest one-hit wonders of all time, and then at the same time we was talking about the top 50, doing a list of the top 50 rappers of all time, right? And every time we talk about the top 50 anything of anything, it always be my little space to troll all my people from Brooklyn, because I don't know if there's anybody from the Bronx in the building, but I troll my people saying if it wasn't for the Bronx, and they already know the rest. They already know how the rest go. So if you from the Bronx, New York, stand up. Yeah, I don't care where you from in the Bronx. If you're from the Bronx, New York, stand up. If you're from Jersey City, New Jersey, stand up. Right? So I was talking to Triborough, man. I'd like to troll my Brooklyn people because they swear up and down everything that's good in the universe comes from Brooklyn, New York. From man, beef patties, pizza, the way you wear your Timbs, all that. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. Whatever it is, they swear everything that is good comes from Brooklyn, New York. And shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to all my people from Brooklyn. I like to troll, right? I'll troll, right? But you know what I'm saying? Salute to all my people from BX. Let me see. I'm gonna see who in the chat. Yo, Tori B in the building. Salute. Miguel P. Salute. Man, salute, y'all. Salute. Yeah, Miguel P. Hey, the extended mix. Yeah, probably. Yeah, man. So, just want to say, my guy Triborough is on the way. Yo, Corey Lee is in the building. Lee, what's good, bro?
What's poppin', big bro?
Welcome to Echo and Essence.
It's been a long time, or I should say, since it's been rebranded. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, man. How the brother?
Oh Lord, I'm not gonna talk about it, but I'm here.
Man, it's a weird day, bro. I ain't even gonna front, man. One of our guys, huh? Okay, okay. Be safe though. All right, so my people, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, it's been a weird day, man. One of my close friends, um, one of my close friends' brother passed away. He was me and him were really cool, but not like not like the homie. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So that happened. Bunch of stuff happening, man. So I'm in that odd space. You know how you in that Lee, you ever been in that odd space like you don't know how to feel, like stuff just going on, like you numb?
Bro, you know what? It's so funny that you brought that up, and I'm gonna answer your question. Yes, yes, to that, because
Yeah.
that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling right now. Not necessarily numb, but it's funny. I feel like we're kindred spirits because I just got some bad news last night about one of my OGs passing.
Oh, oh man, bro.
Yeah,
Yo, oh, man.
and it's sad because I mean, dude was all right, but it was so sad he lost his wife like 6 to 8 months before.
Oh man.
So now that whole matriarch, patriarch is extinguished, and somebody else has to step up for the mantle. In
Yeah,
the
man.
family.
That thing crazy, bro. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. So I'm a in times like this, ain't nothing really like I feel awkward like talking about this stuff, like not knowing what to say, because nothing you can say can make it right. All you can do is just like be present. Like, hey
That-
man, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. If you want to talk about something, man, you know what I'm saying? Um, you
I
know,
mean, I hadn't seen dude in a while, and it was just passed on to me, and I just don't want to call just because on some hearsay. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean.
And 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 it's sad that I can't do that because I mean, because you know how life be life,
Yeah. Yeah.
and people sometimes get separated.
Yeah. Yeah. People grow apart, bro. It happens all the time.
Hmm. Yeah,
Things
you
happen
know.
all the time. Yeah, man. Tori B, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Cause like
Yeah.
it just seemed like a little while ago we was talking about Stafford Don.
Oh man, I don't even want to go back there no more
Bro,
because
you feel me? Yeah, man.
that's so sad right there, and that came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah, man. HRM in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. So it's like one of these things, man. You at times you forget, like, and it's weird when I say it. It's not that you forget that you're a person, right? It's not that you forget you're a person, but it just seems like as you float through life, sometimes you
You take
forget
certain things
about
for
being
granted.
personable.
You take things for granted, and you take people
Yeah,
for granted. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie to you because I sit here every day, and I really need to take some time out to really like. It's been a year, and I really haven't had time to really reflect on my situation as far as my mother, and that's real.
that's real, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so crazy running around here trying to put band-aids on gunshot wounds all over my situation. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
And
right.
and I ain't gonna flex, bro. It's like I got my good days and bad days, but my bad days be bad. You know,
Right, right,
and so some days I just I shut down. I don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And I know that's not healthy, but
Nah, that's not healthy.
you know what I'm saying. It's hard to talk sometimes, and it's not like for say because I know your ear is always open, but
Right,
sometimes certain conversations you just don't want to share. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So life is deep, yo. That's what I'm gonna say. And
Especially in the era, especially in the era like after COVID happened,
mhm.
where people don't really hang out like they used to. Yeah, it'd be tough, bro. Like,
Mhm.
like you remember how you used to just go over to the homie house, y'all ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all could just drink beer, TV be on, you just sit there, you ain't say nothing.
Mhm.
But and if you get the same sense though,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, man. So
Latoya B, it's not necessarily holding it in, but it's more so why ask a rhetorical question when you really know the answer to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And even though it's good to vent,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes venting is just ain't enough. You know,
Yeah.
and that's real. You know.
Yo,
I'm like
yeah,
I'm in a weird space right now, and I'm trying to get it together, and wrap my brain around certain stuff,
right, right,
and and I know I can't fix everything,
right,
so
right.
it
Yeah,
is it is what it is. I just gotta find me a safe place sometimes.
yeah. Even I think the you ever saw that movie Boys in the Hood?
Of course,
You remember when Trey best friend died
come on, yeah.
and he didn't know what to do with himself? He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get these, yo, I'm a
Mhm.
yo." And then when it was certain when he was riding, he was like, "Yo, let me out, man." And then you know what I'm saying. So he come to his things, and then he was so angry. And to me, it's one of the best. To me, it's one of the best things that ever happened in cinema. When Trey was legit punching the air in front of Nia Long, like all this frustration, he was just punching the air in the
That
living
was after,
room.
that was before his boy died, but that was after, like, he got accosted by the police for just nothing, for
Oh,
being
that's what that was. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
just being a young black man in his
Just for
neighborhood
existing,
traveling.
right?
Exactly, in his neighborhood, trying to
Yeah,
go
man.
home.
Yeah, man. That's
And it,
that's how I felt about Tom Thibodeau rotations, bro. Tory B, that's how I felt about Tom Thibodeau rotations. Like I just want to go in my living room and just punch the air. You hear me? Like legit, just punch the air till I get tired and just sit on the floor.
Mhm. I feel you, yo.
Yeah,
I
man.
feel you, man. And you know, it's crazy. You find yourself trying to do certain things, and then you sometimes you're so vulnerable. You try to incorporate new things in your life, and folks just boy don't give a f. Boy, they just
You can't figure it out, bro.
you can't. But you know what you do? You pick yourself up and you move on, and you
And
keep
you
yourself
move
prayed
on,
up.
bro. Yeah.
Keep you prayed up, and also you do the right things you can to put yourself in better situations.
Yeah, man. What else can you do?
Hmm.
You know? Try what's good, bro.
Yeah,
I
salute,
appreciate the story.
salute, Corey.
What's up, bro? That's what's up, Trial.
Good.
I'm good though. I'm gonna be all right. I just gotta find my way. You know,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know.
man. E. Gibson in the building. Salute.
Salute.
Hey, so we got a topic to talk about, man. I got to do the Knicks at Night podcast in a little bit because we got to talk about who the 17th man on the roster is gonna be. So I got to
Yeah.
talk about that, but in between that time and this time, um just want to have the conversation about how the Bronx, New York, is the greatest borough God ever created.
That's one of them.
So um salute to the Bronx and Harlem, Manhattan, and everybody else.
And shout out, the Gun Hill Road, which is in the Bronx, because I used to frequent that a lot when I was a younger man, when I was
Yeah,
shorty. My mama had friends up there, and would
yeah.
often take me up there, and they were from the Caribbean, and then that was the first time I really, 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 really had my head beaten with some soca.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Salute to salute to everything, man. All it's like in a line, man. Salute. Um, Mount Vernon, Yonkers, the Bronx, Harlem, Manhattan, all that, man. You just like this one little strip, bro. You just come on down, man. Ain't nothing but greatness, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, I mean, Try, you ready to have this conversation, bro?
I'm ready.
So, instead of doing a list, can we just do the discussion, like top
Okay.
50 rappers?
Right.
Lee, we talking about the top 50 rappers of all time. We want to do a starting point because we tried to do this with R&B, bro, and every time we do the list, it get complicated, bro. Like it get complicated. Like we ain't talk about Peaches and Herb. We ain't talk about Anita Ward. Like legit, we out here talking about Chris Brown, and we ain't talking about Peaches
Donnie
and Herb.
Hathaway.
Right. We ain't even talking about Donnie Hathaway. We out here talking about Chris Brown, man. What's going on? Yeah. So I'm gonna start the conversation. I think I could start the conversation of the greatest rappers of all time by just naming 3 guys that I think are the greatest rappers of all time, and then we could talk about something else. That list is Rakim, Coogee Rap, and Big Pun. Thank y'all for coming out, everybody. That's it. End of the show. We out of here.
If it was just your opinion only, yeah, all right, we could rock with that. But
wow, no love for. I didn't even get to Grandmaster Caz. Casanova
I'm
Fly.
not. Listen, nothing you said was wrong, bro.
Bronx, New York, bro.
I understand that, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep it in the city and in the 5 boroughs, because I'm a man of a certain type of age, and so how I look at it right now, from the inception through the golden age, through the late 90s, the late 80s, early 90s to the 2000s, there have been some heavyweights that have come through there, you know what I'm saying, we can't forget about. But the saddest part of it all, though, even though we're going to talk about this, I just want to throw this out here real quick, is that the city has lost this originality. With that said, though, we move forward.
Right. What do you think, Try?
As far as like the best MC all time, Biggie got to be on me. Biggie, Nas, Tupac, Jay, Sean Price, Very Slept On, Ghostface Killer. Like those 2 artists right there, Ghostface and Sean, for what they, to keep both of their camps relevant for the last 20 years. Like if they didn't do that, we wouldn't even be talking about boot camps in this era or boot camp. You know what I'm saying? And consistently, not just come out with one good album and then the next 4 is crap. Like they were coming out consistently for their crews. And I very rarely hear about Sean Price in discussions and Ghostface, but they got to be up in there, like lyrically, discography, swagger, everything. Like they were just one of a kind.
I concur.
I already know Unc got a problem with Jay being on the list.
I have a problem with yeah.
Why?
Okay. If I may, I just want to mention a few names. Fred the Godson. I got on him late. I think Sim Russell. Yeah, Sim Russell introduced me to Fred the Godson. Curtis Blow, Melly Mel. Right? Like what we talk about, man.
All time? You got Fred the Godson all time on the list.
Cannabis, French Montana. Lord
Nah.
Finesse,
First
No,
Montana.
French
Nah.
Montana, too much.
Joe,
Stop it.
Slick
Stop
Rick,
it.
Hell nah.
KRS-One, Big Pun,
I would have preferred you to
Montana.
say Max B before you even
What?
thought about French Montana.
Max B, yeah, Max B, yeah, Max B,
Nah.
Hey, Max B home yet?
No.
He's soon
November.
come.
November.
Okay. Oh, my bad, Tory B, my bad. I ain't
Come
my bad.
on.
All good.
Yeah, it's just something about the Bronx, bro. Like, yo, I used to go over there for the summertime, bro, and it just like I go to Brooklyn, and no disrespect to all my Brooklyn homies, it's just something about the Bronx, bro.
Man.
Bro, and something and with Queens, no disrespect to Queens, but every time I went to Queens, it smelled like train tracks over there.
You're tripping, but I'll let you
No,
have that.
I'm bugging. I'm trolling my Queens people. You know, I'm trolling my Queens people, man. But when it comes to the art, when it comes to like the art that we love, man, the Bronx, bro. Come on, man. How we start any list without talking about Grandmaster Caz, KRS, and Big Pun?
Yeah, they gotta be on there.
They gotta be on. They got to be up at the top.
Lord Finesse. Diamond D.
Lord
Come on, yo.
Finesse.
Come on.
Digging in the hole, digging in the crepes.
Yeah.
You know.
When I think
That's what spawned like cats like Fat Joe,
Yeah.
D Nice.
D Nice, yeah.
You know, but you know, King's Son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything. I mean, everybody has an origin from something. You know, and the Bronx is the origin of the inception of hip hop. But it was a compilation of all 5 boroughs, which they consumed
Right.
and put it in the spirit and music.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree with that.
because the Bronx wasn't the only people doing graffiti. They weren't the only people out breakdancing.
Oh, now we're talking about everything outside of the music, or we just talking about the
I'm
music?
just talking about the whole hip hop, because hip hop. We're talking about hip hop. Hip hop.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just want, if we're making a list, so we're making a list of music, not everything else, right? I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
Well, this is Freezy thing, so I'm trying to ride along with him and see.
I'm just saying that if we talk about the top 50 rappers, I think we got to start in the Bronx and then go to Queens, and then it's like other places.
Okay.
I mean, that's my thing. Like I think you got to give some love to the island, because the island has a lot of fantastic rappers, lyricists, song makers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Man, to me, I think Rakim, Nas, Coogee Rap. I mean, that man said on us I heard Coogee Rap say one time on a song, and it was the audacity for him to say it. He was like, Marley gives a slice, I get nice, and my voice is twice as horrifying as Vincent Price.
Right.
And so I'm like, but what? You know, our ears are not ready for something that eloquent. Like, it's not like you said lemonade was something. This dude said, Marley gives a slice, I get nice, and my voice is twice as horrifying as Vincent Price, goes deep till you fall in the spell of a sleep. And when I'm counting the money,
you count
deep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. Try. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. So you got to be like top 5 all time.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
If we doing like borough by borough, like we can start with the Bronx and then everything else after.
I think some boroughs are overrated.
Nah, man, don't do that.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Ain't no way.
What borough you think is overrated?
Manhattan.
Nah, man.
Well, I mean, who came out
A
of
dude
there?
from Manhattan. A dude from Manhattan said
Big
he was
L,
recruiting.
right? You have Big L, you got
Cameron.
Cameron,
Yeah.
Mace.
Mace.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to
I
think
think
who else is from Harlem.
Dougie Fresh.
Okay. I mean, they
Yeah,
honorable mentions. You know, they don't
they
got a
honorable
long list of hip
mentions.
hop, but they don't got a long list of dudes that come out of that borough.
Yeah,
At least none I could think of off the
Yeah.
top of my head.
Right.
You got Herb McGruff, very underrated.
Okay. I mean, I just, you know, if you're gonna go to the top of the top, you're gonna go to Big L first, then probably
Right,
Cam, and then
right.
Mace, or Mace then Cam, however you wanna.
Are we including Jim Jones?
No.
Jim Jones from Bronx, bro.
Where Jim Jones from though? I mean, where you want to
Jim
define?
Jones is technically not really from he actually from Bronx. He just
Right.
hung out in Harlem, and I'm not claiming him. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Harlem
mean,
can have him. Harlem can have him because I'm not claiming him.
You
You know,
cold
And
blooded
crazy.
not
fat.
and not for nothing. I only know like one or two Jim Jones songs. I'm sure.
Ballin'. That's it for me. I ain't listening to nothing else.
He got more
That's
than
it. And
that.
I was mad that I liked the song because I didn't even know it was him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
got a family member that used to get, she was like, yo, you hate this dude. And I'm like, what? No, I really like this song. She's like, no, but you hate him. And I'm like, who is that? She was like, Cameron. I'm like, no, I mean,
Jimmy.
Jim Jones. And
Jim
I'm like,
Jones.
no. She was like,
right.
yes. And I'm like, oh man, I like a Jim Jones song.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
like,
No disrespect to Manhattan,
she
because
was
if we
like,
had a list of if we the areas in New York who dressed the best, had the best style, it'd be Harlem
right,
all day. Harlem
right,
all day.
okay.
I give it to him.
Like Black Rob, wasn't he from Harlem?
Who?
Black
Black
Rob
Rob. I don't know. I don't know.
from Harlem.
That's a tough one. Because you know why? Because as nice as Black Rob probably could have been, you
Yeah.
know, you got cats, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that shelved him.
Right.
You know, the industry is a cold blooded game. You know, a lot of good people got shelved.
Yeah.
But also, too, now, the only person outside of the city that I would really say was up there, what's my man name?
Andre 3000.
Nah, I'm not going to put him out. That's outside the city. Is from Jersey, and that's your boy. Oh my,
Treacherous MC.
no
Who you talking
sir,
about? Rat Man? Where
Red
Rat
Man.
Man
That's
from? Man from Jersey, Brick City, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Brick City,
Yeah.
Newark, I believe.
Yeah, he from Newark. He from Newark. But he like on the other side of Newark. He not even from the Jersey City side of Newark. I think he from like the Irvington side of Newark. Like
But
for instance, he like, for people that don't know, it's like when you look at Los Angeles and you got places like Compton and Long Beach and places, it's like these places, they in that area, they of it, but they like on different
spectrum.
it's like
Let's
you from the
like
Bronx,
talking about Long Island, but it's still
yeah,
part of the city.
yeah, but you talking about like if you're from the Bronx, it's like talking about Mount Vernon and Harlem at the same time. Like they're really, but they like not, you know what I'm saying? It's y'all know what I'm talking. I mean,
Tupac, technically he's from Harlem, right? So we gotta have Tupac.
yeah.
That's like the biggest sellers right there. Him and Big L.
Oh, snap, did you say we? You from Harlem?
No, I'm saying he's from Harlem technically, right? So if we going by boroughs, like Tupac and Big L gotta be right up there for Harlem.
See, I'm not trying to. The borough itself,
Uh-huh.
yeah, the borough itself of Manhattan. I can't speak on it because I can't think of anybody directly relative outside of the people we just mentioned.
Right.
But I mean, like the other four, well, shoot, or if you include the whole Wu Tang, the other four boroughs have stood tall for years and
Right.
still continue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the fact that he said he didn't want to put Jay in there, you know.
Thank you. You got your head. You did that, man. Your head all over.
Wait, who didn't want to put Jay in the top 50?
Squeezy don't think Jay should be in on the list like that.
I know.
Listen, I'm a Nas fan, so anybody who hate on Hov is all right with me. But
Oh
we're not
wow.
gonna pretend we're not gonna pretend he don't belong in the top 50 MCs of all time. Like we're
Right.
not doing that. We
You
can't
know,
do
No,
that.
that's not what I. No, that's not what I.
You-
I just don't think Hove is
I
number
don't think
one.
he's top five. Oh no, he's
Oh, he's
definitely
not number.
not.
no,
Cause
no. We
cause
I
don't.
mean,
there's
well, that's the
Nas
thing.
and then there's everybody else. Like they always
Right,
say
Right.
the Mount Rushmore rap. There's a Mount Rushmore, but Nas is looking down on it. And then you could have the rest of the guys. Like
right. That,
there's just some people who stand head and shoulders above the rest. And
right.
that's
Exactly.
Esco.
Fight for
Esco
position.
staying head and shoulders above all them guys.
Right.
But
That's
but
where I'm
then
at with it.
that's the
Right.
thing, How we doing the list though? Because what we doing?
So I don't. Every
I
time.
know we're not doing it tonight. I just, we gonna because what we did with this R&B list, right? I think we just went out there and we winged it. Whatever was the best album that came into our head in that moment, we just said it.
Yeah. I was like,
And not for nothing, right? It's nothing wrong with that because that means that music left an impression on you. And if it
right.
left an impression on you and you mentioned it, bang, and everybody was like, oh yeah, then that means that album actually belongs there. It's not like you
Right.
said something that everybody was like, nah, not that one. Like, no.
Right.
So that means that music left a mark on you and it left a mark on the people around you. So
Right.
that's something that should go down on a top 50, top 57, top 100, whatever we decide to do list. So I think the mistake we probably made was trying to rank them in an order. Just
Right.
put them on a list.
Because
You
you
know
got to
what I
think
mean?
time and era means a lot too.
Yeah, right. And that's another thing. We kind of probably should have excluded some stuff because a lot of stuff is out of people's wheelhouse. Like, well,
Right.
mine. Let me not. I can't speak for everybody, but definitely outside of mine because I know, I 100% know the music. I just couldn't tell you where it came from.
Right. And I listen, and when I brought up Brownstone, I was like, yo, I said all that stuff about Brownstone, then I revisited Brownstone, and I still feel the same way. Like, how you want to give certain artists a chance.
Mhm.
Like, how, like you hadn't heard, maybe you hadn't heard the Brownstone album in like 15, 20 years, or maybe
Right.
since it came out, and you like, man, when that came out, I was 23. I'm gonna just go ahead and listen to it again. And then you listen to it like whatever many years later, you like, oh, nah, I
Right.
was right. Nah, I
Right.
was right.
I feel the
That's
same
like
way about a lot of music. You put it on this life and get the same exact feeling. That's when you know it's
exactly.
great.
I mean,
Right.
for example, Floetry too. You know what I'm saying? Because their time and
Their first
era.
album was great.
Exactly.
Amazing, bro.
You know,
They just couldn't keep it together. They was fighting and bickering and stuff.
Yeah,
amongst
It's just
themselves.
that's that's but that happens with most girl groups. They just break up.
they just, yep.
Yeah,
Let
they
me,
just break
hey,
up.
let me ask y'all this though. Where do y'all have Jay-Z listed historically? Like, is Jay-Z maybe in y'all top 3?
Top 3.
Nah, I'm not gonna say that. He's more like in my. I'm not gonna say he's below top 25, nor is he.
No, he definitely top 10, but he's not in my top 3. I don't know, maybe he's like 4, but he's not in my top 3. But again, music is subjective. What I like, you may not like.
Mhm.
Right.
And the reason why I say this is because you got to think the era when he came out.
Well,
Right.
And
here's
and it,
go ahead. I'm
and,
sorry, Corey.
you good, sweetie. And this is what I mean by this. You know, you got to think the hip hop as far as New York, was damn near being drowned out by the West Coast and the South.
But that came
Yeah.
later.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like
There was a time.
no.
It wasn't no. Wait. There was a time when rap was in its inception, in its early times, right? It was
Yep.
basically an East Coast thing. It wasn't a West thing. It wasn't a South thing. The
Right.
first, and I can only speak from my side. Of the first time you heard somebody outside of here, for me, that was big. That was like, wow, it was NWA.
Right.
And it was still, when they came out, it still was a time when New York was still dominant in the game. Like all the 90s rap was basically New York, not
Right.
an East Coast thing. It was a New York thing. It wasn't dudes from a lot of other places wasn't making money like that because everywhere you went, it was New York music. It wasn't everybody was, it was mostly, New York rap.
And
So it's shifted. It shifted, definitely shifted. But and that's when the decline came. But I digress. I'm not going to do that to the people. But it was definitely heavy East Coast most of the 80s,
Right.
almost all of the 90s. It was that early 2000s shift, that 2000s, like early 2000s when the shift started to come. You had the Atlanta rappers
Mhm.
and New Orleans and more dudes from the West and that whole Southern. But
Right.
I liked a lot of that stuff when it came out.
Me too.
well,
But
that,
the
Me too.
shift just never came back this way. It
all right, now
left
can I,
and never came back.
now you gotta now can I speak?
Mhm.
Because see, I left New York in like the mid '90s. So okay, and so I was in the South, and a lot of cats that I was around just did not bump that East Coast up New York music
Because we
unless
was arrogant.
of course,
And
of
and
course,
dudes was like, we can make our own money and we can
exactly.
make our own music and we ain't gotta listen to that stuff. That didn't
Right.
mean it was better. It just meant it just meant that they am in their town, right? Because a dude in Tennessee is like, screw them New York dudes, because we can make our own music and this is what we like and this is what
Eight
we they
ball
were local,
MJG. Yeah.
right? They
Exactly.
were they were
And
local rappers. They weren't
no,
huge, they were big in their state.
they were more than local rappers because that's the part that you because see New York people don't understand that their music traveled. They were signed to
Right.
rap a lot.
Okay, let me
So,
not, let me not, let me not do that. You're right, because when the Ghetto Boys and all that came out, they were big,
yeah,
but that was
exactly. They
few and far between. That wasn't
don't know.
every
Well,
rapper from that region.
Tori, please let me finish.
I'm sorry.
What you fine, sweetie. What I'm trying to get my point to get across is that like cats like Triple Six Mafia, 8 Ball, MJG, their following went from
It's
you gotta think
crazy.
you gotta think from Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all right, Florida, Mississippi, Arkansas,
Arkansas.
Louisiana, Texas. And a lot of these cats were signed to like Rap a Lot, which is based in Texas. They were the ones who they were giving these cats their spins. And so their spins got played, and the way how we stayed relevant in these southern states and these places is because we had to allow these cats to open up and or play their music, like have them be seen when we went on tour. And those are the things
Right.
that haven't been said, and also too, you got to think the
So it was a
Midwest
business decision.
But what do you mean they haven't been said? I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that. Because
because
that
listen,
stuff is not irrelevant. We all know that that's what happened. We saw it in real time. We
Yeah.
yeah,
watched the shift. So I don't know what you mean that nobody talks about it. We all saw it. The
mhm,
music shifted, the sound shifted, everything went west, everything went south. We get it. And I said it never came back.
mhm.
So I
Right.
don't know what you mean. I'm not sure I
I mean,
understand what you're saying.
okay, because see,
I'm
all
saying
right,
New Yorkers in itself, like we lived in a bubble. New Yorkers and New York rappers lived in a bubble. But in real time, you saw it because the music shifted. They started to play it on the radio.
mhm,
You started to
Yeah.
have more of those guys coming up here doing shows. You got exposed to a lot more of their music. You realized that their record sales were real because they was on your Billboard charts. Like we all
Yeah.
saw it. It wasn't a secret. It took a little longer for the New Yorker to realize that it happened. But once it happened, it never shifted back.
Nah.
Never, because New York rappers started rapping like dudes from down there.
Right.
damn,
Right.
I blame New
And
York
that's when
radio
I
though.
checked out on music. That's when I
New York
checked
New
out
York
on music.
radio. There's a lot of West Coast, like to Corey's point. There was a lot of West Coast artists that
Right.
if you wasn't from Death Row, they wasn't playing you on the radio. So it was like all Death Row that we heard in the '90s, and then you got the East Coast stuff. But the Southern cats, they wasn't getting no love until like the 2000s.
Yeah.
but
Right.
Hey.
but
Hey.
not
That's what the Outcasts and Jermaine Dupri and all them brought all that stuff and the TIs and
Right.
yeah, that's when that stuff started to catch shine. But again, it
Right.
never came back. Some dudes took over the rap scene and for not for nothing. while I did get some good music, I checked out because I did not like a lot of them. That's when music got real
And
bad.
I agree right here, Shaniqua. Let me tell you something.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me move my guy because we ain't gonna play. We ain't gonna play no games like that. Nah, we ain't gonna disrespect my girl. Right?
Hell no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, boss. It's just like we don't play no games like that, man. This
Who is
day,
that?
Was he calling me
this-
Shaniqua?
yeah,
Yeah.
this is my sister. This is my sister, Tori.
Who is that?
I gotta boot somebody from the joint. I was trying to get y'all attention, like, hey, y'all know Corey. I was trying to get you, but anyway.
Mhm.
But yeah, man. So, it is what it is, man. It's the internet. But what I was gonna tell Try. You know, this thing started with a thing like, when New Yorkers first heard dudes rapping in Jersey and Philly, and they was like, nah, man, we ain't playing that. That ain't New York hip hop. And then, but the thing about it is, New York, Jersey, like where I'm from in Jersey City, like I'm legit closer to Madison Square Garden than
Right.
Corey Lee is in Queens, New York.
Mhm.
Like legit in Jersey City, I can get to Madison Square Garden in 18 minutes.
Oh,
Right.
right through the Lincoln Tunnel.
You're right. Yeah. Whereas if you from Queens, you
Yeah.
already know. You trying to get to the Garden from Queens, and don't be from the island.
Right.
If you from the island, if you from
Suffolk
um
County,
if you from Central Islip, if you from Wyandotte,
Wyandotte, Brentwood, anywhere out in Suffolk County,
bro,
you're, you're far.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was trying to figure, like, if you from, like, legit, if you from, say, Mount Vernon, and I'm from Jersey City, and you tell me that I can't have hip hop because hip hop is New York, I'm like, Mount Vernon ain't New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to Mount Vernon, because it's New York, right? Right. But when you talk about Yonkers, you like Yonkers? Like y'all,
Yeah,
like you from
I never
Yonkers?
thought it- But bro, I never thought like when Naughty came out and Queen Latifah and Redman, I didn't think of it like, oh, that's Jersey hip hop. Like, oh, I felt like we were all the same. You know what I'm saying? It's only until like you and Ray say that, and I'm like, oh, I never heard nobody say over here like, oh, they from Jersey. You can't listen to me.
Yeah, that's a real thing, bro. That's a
See, me
real
either.
thing,
I never
bro.
heard that either. We was
Yeah.
listening to Queen Latifah
Yeah.
and Redman, and I never
That's
heard
a
that.
real
And
thing,
that's
bro.
nothing. If she
Poor
wasn't
righteous
shouting it out
teachers
all the
too.
time, I wouldn't even think she was from It doesn't matter to me. But
Right.
That's a real thing. It's like when you from Jersey, like for instance, like I'm from Jersey City. I spent the summers in the Bronx, like all the summers in the Bronx, right? Like legit, because to me, Jersey City and the Bronx is the exact same place, except one is a little bit bigger than the other. That's it. They the same place to me, right? Like all the stuff, the way you talk, walk, dress, act, all the routine, all at the same. All the dudes that be on the corner in Jersey City is like the dudes that be on the corner in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. It's the same thing. Like I'll give you an example. Like when I first got to the Bronx, right? You know, I'm from Jersey City. I'm walking to the store, and I get stopped by a dude named Perez. Like a dude Perez. He like 4 years older than me. He like, hey, and he put his hand in my chest. Boy, you know, I will take this number 2 pencil and jug you, boy. Like legit. I'm from Jersey City, but he from the Bronx, right? So he like, what you doing on my street? What you got in your pockets?
Mhm.
And I'm like, bro, I got number 2 pencil in my pocket. You don't see it? And his man's is like, little man got, and it's like the same thing. Like I used to go through the same thing when I was in Jersey City. Like you go on different blocks in Jersey City, even though you from there. Like you leave Van Nostrand and go to Dwight Street or Stegman or Fulton or Woodlawn or Armstrong or or Bayside or Kennedy. Like the dudes will be doing the same thing. So I'm like, I already know how this game go. I was like, when Perez put his hand in my chest, I was so scared, bro. But I had to let him know that I would jug him in his neck if he didn't, you know what I'm saying, get his hand off me. You know what I'm saying? It's like these things that you learn. And so Perez, every day after day, he keeps seeing me. Same thing happened. And then one day he see me. He like, yo, you going to the store? I'm like, yeah. He like, what y'all getting? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just talking to him. Like how the things change. But it's like the Jersey thing with the New York thing is like a thing. Like the early Jersey rap, like New York wasn't really playing the early New Jersey rap. Like we talking about Redman and Naughty by Nature, but we not really talking about Chill Rob G and Twin Hype. You know what I'm saying? We not talking about the early Nikki D. You remember Nikki D?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, but Nikki
I do.
he only had like one big hit, so it was like they either played it or they didn't.
But she had stuff before that, though, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You talking about the Def Jam Nikki D. I'm talking about all the stuff before that, right? Like her and the early Heather B, like before All Glocks Down Heather B. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like before the big singles came along, New York really wasn't messing with Jersey like that, or Philly like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then it just expanded. Because I felt like New Yorkers felt like the rest of the country was stealing something from them. Right. Like I felt like if you were a New Yorker and we talk about hip hop, I felt like New Yorkers felt like they were being sabotaged or
Pillaged,
blindsided.
pilfered.
Yeah.
They stealing our stuff.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? Like that's what I felt like. I felt like that's where New Yorkers was at, and it was like that for a minute. It was like to me. I felt like it was like that at least until 97, 98, where they was just like, yo, this is just what it is. Like
it was like New Yorkers were very close-minded when it came to hip hop and anything outside of the city. Like in high school, I remember trying to put friends on the Goody Mob and Bone Thugs, and they wasn't trying to hit them. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, but you gotta think, because just like what you said, like he said, like the Philly rap, because they had 3 Times Dope, the Hilltop, just the whole Hilltop crew,
Cool C, Steady B, all of them.
Yeah, so I understood, and those dudes,
before they started robbing banks, yeah.
But the simple fact, but those cats right there opened the door for like what's my man name with the group? Oh my God, I can't think of the band. What's your man who's considered one of the nicest rappers out here now? Huh?
Black Thought.
Black Thought.
Yeah.
That group. And also too, and believe it or not, Will Smith.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I think it's just different. Like for Caribbean, like if you grew up in a Caribbean family, you listen to everything. You listen to different genres. So like when it came to hip hop, I didn't care about where they were from. If their music was dope, I was listening to them. So I never I never went through that whole like East Coast, West Coast. I didn't care.
Right.
I think it was just a different. It's hard to understand when you're used to hearing what you used to hearing, right? I'm from New York. I know New York slang. I know New York lingo. And when you hear them talk, it just sounds so different.
Right.
So you can't. It's a little hard for you to adjust. And then you're New Yorker, so it's natural hate.
Right.
Some dudes ain't as good as us. No,
right.
That's how you feel. Like it took a long time for me to appreciate a Too Short song. Like
a long time. Yeah.
The first time I heard Ice-T, I'm like, what is this? Like it just took me a while to adjust. Like the only thing that it didn't take me a long time to adjust to, I think, was NWA. And I think it was because they was angry. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like and then Ice Cube don't sound like a West Coast rapper. He kind of sound more East Coast, but it just was a little easier to adjust because from saying after Police the first time, you like, yeah, I like these guys.
Yeah, I like them off the rip.
I like these guys. Like, who are they?
But you know what's so ill? How Ice Cube came all the way to the East Coast to produce his first album.
He did.
And the fact that who he reached out to. I got another group that you would not believe they were from the West Coast, and you would thought you would swore up and down they were from the East, and that's Cypress Hills.
So,
Yeah. 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 One of the things I wanted to say too is when people outside of the area were developing their own sound, at first they were whack. Right. Like the World Class Wrecking Crew, when all these songs sounded like techno and Ice Cube was a hype man, they wouldn't let Ice Cube rap. You was like, I don't know. When the first time you heard Supersonic, you was like, okay, this beat is fire, but they really ain't saying nothing. Like one girl was just like humming. He's like, the beat is dope, but they ain't really saying. You know what I'm saying? And then over time, as they got their weight up in rap, so to speak, then I think we started appreciating them because like for instance, the first real rapper I heard from Detroit was the female rapper MC Trouble, and she was a great rapper. Like she was a great rapper. Like she was smart. She knew how to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was likable. She was kind of like the opposite of MC Light, but almost as talented. Like she wasn't as aggressive as MC Light, right? But at the same time, the wordplay was crazy, right? The wordplay, like she just had a natural gift for rapping, right? And so you kind of respect it, like, okay, Detroit got one, right? And then you get the DOC out of Dallas. And you're like, Dallas, Texas? Okay, they got one, right?
Hold on,
And not for nothing,
two.
I thought DOC was from LA. I didn't even know he was from Houston.
I know. Him and
Well, Texas. I don't know what part of Texas, he's from,
Boss.
but I didn't know he's from Texas.
The
he
female
from
rapper
the same
Boss.
place Erykah Badu from.
Yeah.
That's why they got a baby.
I wasn't gonna go that far, but okay.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But also
Yeah.
too, you gotta think another female rapper, the Boss.
Yeah,
Boss, yeah.
Boss. She from
Gee.
Detroit.
I thought she was from Texas. Personally.
Nah, she from
She
Detroit,
Detroit.
man. Detroit, Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so like over time, like legit, you know, like these places they get better. Like they go from like their area sound, like Too Short, like the sound that they like in the area, and then they get radio friendly, and then they get better, right? Because Tori B, the first, don't lie, the first time you heard Supersonic, I bet you was like, yo, what is this?
Exactly. But see, I grew up, I mean, it's a little different for me, right? Because when
Right.
I started to pay attention to music, it was more lyrical than anything else. I
Yeah.
grew up with Chuck D, and I grew up with KRS-One, and I grew up and that folded into better rappers. You get your Nas's and your Prodigies and your Hoves and your who else is a lyrical bomb? Black Thought. Like you can go through a list. You got Most Def. You go through a list. I grew up
Right.
with lyrical music, so it's harder for me to gravitate towards stuff that's not like that.
Me too.
So I listen to it and I'm like, what is this? So it take me a little while to adjust. First, you got to get used to their lingo, their slang. And then you figure out whether or not it's worth listening to, because what they just said, nothing.
I just, you know, and when you say it like that, I ain't gonna front. When you say it like that, I think that's where my mind was at. But then when you say it, I think I get a greater appreciation. Maybe not because it's like a cosign, but maybe you know how you hear something,
Right.
and well, maybe it is a cosign. Like it's like when because I feel like that, but then when I hear you say it, I'm like,
But
so,
that's
okay,
that's
it
why I
wasn't just
shut
me
down
that-
on rap, because
Yeah.
it just got worse to me. It's like they're not saying anything. I can't do this. Like they're not even telling a good story in music. Like you can be a storyteller. Dougie Fresh was not a lyrical genius, right? And I say that in a regard of when you standing next to a KRS-One or
or even
Chuck
Slick
D
Rick.
or Slick Rick, right? But he was a great entertainer.
Right.
So when you listen to his music, you enjoyed it. I knew what to expect from it. But again, he's from here, and I understand what he's saying. I understand the lingo. I get the vibe. When you
Right.
got somebody from another region doing that, you don't understand the lingo. You don't understand the vibe. So it sounds like a
Right.
whole bunch of nothing. But they're Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it just takes you a little bit longer to catch on because you're not from there. It's not hate.
Right.
It's just like, oh man, what they talking about? I don't know what they talking about. And then you shut
Right.
it down. I know I shut down quick. I'm like, nope, don't like that. And I never go back to it. You
Right.
gotta have like 5, 6 songs for me to be like, all right,
Right.
maybe they okay.
Yeah. They got it.
Like
Yo, they got to earn my money. They got to
they do,
earn
but it's
my
because once I
money.
listen to the first song and I don't know what you're talking about, I'm not coming back to you. What
Right.
is he talking about? What is she talking about? I'm not listening to this.
And
So
Right.
that's how people in Texas, like I know people from Texas where they didn't grow up listening to Jay Dilla or Busta Rhymes or MF Doom, so when they hear it, it's like corny to them because they're used to like a certain type of style when it came to
right,
their hip hop.
right.
Right.
And I think that's just regional. Like
Yeah,
it don't click, it don't make sense in your head. You hear it, you're like, what are they talking about? I don't
right.
hear this. You feel like you in the Texas basement party, and I live in New York. Like I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm done.
Mhm.
I'm not
But
doing this.
you know the irony is the irony to all of that is a lot of the great hip hop artists, a lot of the great hip hop contributors
Mhm.
come from other places.
Right,
It's like they legit come from other places, but they adopt the New York style though, right? And it's like um producers that be from other places, they end up adopting New York style, like Jay Dilla,
yeah,
right? Like Jay Dilla is from somewhere, but he adopt like the Q-Tip style of production.
right,
And then before you know it, you hear all these sounds, all these songs that sound like Q-Tip but better.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're like, wow, is this dude really better than Q-Tip?
Mhm.
Yes.
I mean, even in, like we were influential to a lot of other people outside of New York. Like there's a documentary about organized noise, where Outkast talking about they wanted to be like Brand Nubian because they grew up listening and watching Brand Nubian and what they were coming out with in New York, and they wanted to be like them.
Right.
And they love Top Call Fresh, so it was like they were influenced by the hip hop in New York City, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But like unfortunately, I feel like New York radio, they were closed minded. They were just playing stuff from just this city alone and not really, unless like I said, like unless you're from Death Row, they wasn't really trying to mess with the South like that until like way into the 2000s.
Right when
And
like
yeah,
Yeah.
uh, Master P and all of them started making
right,
music. That's when you
yeah, Hot
started
Boys.
hearing,
I couldn't stand it, yo.
yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't stand
Nah,
it.
not for nothing. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be completely 100% honest. I feel like I brought all the albums.
What?
I feel like I
Yo,
actually
listen,
purchased
listen.
a Silk the Shocker CD. I'm ashamed to admit it now
Uh,
in my
I couldn't
grown
stand
age,
Listen,
it.
but
don't.
I got caught up in the hype.
Listen, you're not the yo Tori Reed.
I
You're
got
not
caught up in the hype. Huh.
yo
And now
Tori
when I
Reed.
think about it, I'm like, what was I doing? Oh my
Right.
God, my
But
hard
you
earned
know,
cash.
but you know something though, or I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Outside of Master P, he surrounded himself around a lot of decent artists that had potential.
right,
And the
Listen,
smartest thing about
go ahead.
hold on a second, a lot of a lot of cats that he had out there. The one thing he had them doing, which was very smart, was constantly putting out music,
yeah,
putting out stuff.
Yes, I felt like they
The,
put a CD out every 3 days.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
Like every three
And he
days.
and Master P had at least two per collabos on every single one of them albums.
Right. Right.
He had a
right.
plan, and I watched his movies too. I'm just gonna I'm
Oh,
just gonna
I
say
watched the
that too.
movies. I watched the movies too. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
watched the movies too. Listen,
Yeah.
they had a rain. They had a rain. They had a
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah. And I'm not, and when I say I didn't like Master P, what I'm saying is when it first came out, it was so different from what I normally listen to. Then I was
Hmm.
like, like give an example. my brain was being flooded with music from so many different places. I thought it wasn't fair that Blasey didn't survive. Right? Like legit, I'm getting hit with Silk the Shocker, Master P, um, um,
See murder.
Outkast, Seed Murder,
Yeah.
Goody Mob, what's my guy? The Two Live Crew. You know what I'm saying? Everything West Coast, everything, and I'm like, God, Lee, man, you know this dude Blasey, all he got to do him. I'm waiting for him and J. Rue the Damager to take over, and they just can't.
They got
can't
washed
survive
out
on the radio.
Right. They got washed out. I mean, a lot
Yeah.
of it was payola.
Oh yeah, thank you. I was waiting for that. That right there, because that's how the radio in New York killed New York rap. Payola.
Absolutely.
Thanks to your man Funk Master Flex, the king of payola.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, probably, man. Probably, Lee, I ain't gonna lie, man. But some of the music from outside of New York was just dope, though.
Yeah. And a lot of it was.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to appreciate T.I. It took me a long time to appreciate Andre 3000. What's the name of that? What's the name of the group? Outkast. It took me a long time to appreciate
the whole Dungeon family.
It took me a little while to appreciate the music that they were putting out. But you still gotta filter through a lot of junk to get to the good stuff.
And I'm not gonna flex to you, Tori. Let me tell you something. This is how I got hooked on the Master P. And please, you're gonna laugh at this. I'm at JRTC. My guy that was supposed to be riding in the truck with me got hurt. So but he left his CD player. So you know how long JRTC is, Freezy. It's a 30-day, almost 45-day field problem. And,
yeah.
And so it's like, all right, so go round it up real quick.
But it's like 6 weeks because you do a week of prep, you go in the field, and then you got to do like a week and a half of recovery. So even though you in the field, you're not really at home, right? So it's like once like what Leah's saying, like once it start, you better have all your music set because you ain't gonna have no access to music until it's over. So whatever you got, whatever you got, you stuck with. So if you get burnt out on a Tribe Called Quest, you like, hey man, let me listen to some of that Warren G you got. And then you just grow to appreciate it. Lee, I know what you're talking about. Because the same thing happened to me.
Exactly. That's when I grew to appreciate, started looking at these other Southern rappers. Matter of fact, the first time I ever really got hooked on the MJG and 8 Ball was the New Year's 1995 going into 96. I'm going to Memphis with this cat who's from Memphis. And all we listen to, mind you, now the cat we ride with is from Virginia.
Right.
All we listened to was 666 Mafia going all the way from Clarksville, Tennessee to Memphis, which is about a 3, maybe 2.5 hour ride.
I was gonna say 200 miles of 8 Ball MJG.
Oh my God. And it was also going there and coming back.
And it's a caravan. You can't even drive fast. It's a caravan.
So now I've been brainwashed and indoctrinated. Not only that, but now you got to think. On the weekends, we go into the club.
Yeah.
That's all you hear. That's all you're going to hear up in there. These people out here doing what they call the gangster walk in the club. Yeah. Which is the craziest thing because, see, I'm not that type of guy. First of all, I don't like all that attention anyway.
Yeah.
When I'm at the club, I like to be ducked off, you know what I'm saying, in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Sipping my drink, doing what I do, whether it's nefarious or not. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just staying out the limelight. But you start to bob your head because it starts to get catchy. You start understanding what these people are talking about. And it was crazy. I I
Yo,
give you
tell
another
them about
proof.
the gangster walk though. Can you tell them about the gangster walk?
The gangster walk is they start playing something like
Tear the club up.
MJG tear the club up. Even 666 Mafia. Tear the club up. And then you get
Tear
one
the
person
club
start walking behind another person. And then next thing you know, it's like a big ass, funky ass train of people just not even you can't even say gangster walking, but just looking like a bunch of fools around the club, drunk as hell.
walking around the dance floor. Now they
Around
not
the
on the dance floor. They walk around the perimeter of the dance floor.
Where
Like
y'all was doing that at? In what state was this?
down south. It's down south.
down
God,
south,
yo.
period.
Oh, God.
Tory B is
This is the mid
crazy.
yo, Tory B, this is the mid-90s. You talking to somebody, I was 23 years old at the time. I'm sitting out here bugging the hell out. Like, what
Just
the
doing
F is
anything.
this?
About to
No,
take your whole
no,
New York
stop,
car
stop.
and throw it in the
No, stop,
garbage.
stop. No. Because you never saw me get walk and you never saw me backhead bounce. That's one of two things you never did. I'm sitting here talking about
That don't mean
nasty
you ain't do it
dancing.
though. Just so you
Lee,
know.
you never did that. Lee, come on, man. You ain't never bounced. Lee, stop it, bro.
Hell no, on my soul.
Well, the liquor you was drinking was
Cause
watered down, bro.
no, my brother, it was enough. It was not enough liquor in the club for me to do that because
Still
I was
bankhead
still,
bounce, bro.
I was still stuck on my same two-step.
You never,
Hell no.
He not being
Lee,
truthful. He did
Lee,
it.
I'm keeping it a buck. Bro, why not?
Lee, I promise
Listen.
you, it's some videotape of you doing the bankhead bounce, and when we find it, bro, when we find it, now we ain't gonna put it on the internet, but we damn sure gonna.
I would love for you to put it on the
and
internet.
laugh. Like we ain't gonna put it on the
Bro,
internet, but we damn sure gonna text it to everybody.
sir.
Listen.
Listen. There's nothing on this world that could have got because I'm looking at this and I'm like, listen, man, I'm coordinated to play football, basketball, maybe you know what I'm saying, and a couple of other sports. I'm not coordinated to be jumping around and banging my elbows on some booty shaking music. Are you serious? Because that's what it sounded like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coordinated like that to do that. I just didn't have the rhythm. I couldn't find the rhythm to do that, bro. Because it didn't.
So you
I couldn't
wanted
see
to do it,
myself
but you
out there.
couldn't. I got you.
No, not even because I wanted to. I just never found myself interested because at that time in my life, I'm not gonna put myself out there like that. But I was not as I was more mischievous in other ways than dancing like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Let me ask try, bro. Do you believe that a man should dance in public? Let me just ask you that.
I mean, yeah, if you feeling it, you know, why not?
Like I said, I hit my two-step, but I wasn't out here backhead bouncing
Yeah.
or
Like
doing the gangster walk.
if you go to a club, what you going to the club for? Just to get drunk and talk to girls, or you trying to get your little two-step on?
I'm with the latter.
Okay,
That was my plan.
right.
Let's hook up. Let's go to Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? We had this little saying back in the day, excuse me, Tory B, because, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't as refined as I was at 22
I remember
years
Tory
old.
be my sister, bro. Remember we family.
I know.
Bro.
We used to have something called breakfast for booty, if you understand what that means. You know what I'm saying? We all probably get drunk, meet up, we'll have a couple of light conversations, and then we'll see where it goes from there. That's how it went.
Yeah. That's y'all. Lee, I ain't gonna front, bro. You know you my man, 50 grand. You know you like my brother, bro. You like my light skinned brother. You more light skinned than me. Corey Lee is like my light-skinned brother, right? Like, but Corey Lee just didn't have
from the darkest Nigerian you know right now, right?
Yeah, I'm the darkest Nigerian you know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think Corey Lee just didn't have game back then.
You stupid as a box of rocks.
You don't know how. You just didn't know. I'm just saying, this is no disrespect. It's just,
why do
y'all was too uptight with the ladies, bro. The ladies like to have fun too.
You crazy as hell. My swagger and vernacular got me through the door every day, bro.
Okay.
Stop it.
I'm just saying. I'm saying back then. I'm not saying now. I'm not saying.
I'm talking about even back then, yo. You crazy? You know what I'm saying? My swag and my vernacular killed it. You know what I'm saying? And then when they understood where I came from, they knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be braggadocious. And forgive me, Lord, for even putting it out there like that, because I'm, you know what I'm saying, that behavior that I had back then is not the behavior that I carry now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Nah, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. I'm just saying that, when you put on a song, man, sometimes, the people want to dance, bro. You know?
Yes, you catch me out there on the slow jam with a shorty all day. but back gangster walking and backhand bouncing, man. Come on, man. I would, Tori B, you can have my New York card if you ever catch that on video or even a picture of me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do that in a line with a bunch of silly fools that I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? I bowed my head to the music. You know what I'm saying? I spit a couple of verses, all that stuff like that because it was dope. Like for example, what's my man name? UGK. Now
Right.
when they hit the ground and started running, I was like, okay, now these some cats. When they hit me with that fool, one day you'll be here and the next day you'll be gone, and with
Yeah.
Ron Osley, I was like, where the hell did they get that from?
Yeah.
And then they had something with looking at my project window with Nas
Yeah.
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 messed me up too.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? That's what made me start. When I see Nas collabo with them cats, that was something like wow.
They collab with Jay-Z also, right?
Yeah.
I was later. I was like 2, 3 later.
Okay.
3 years later.
Yeah.
Jay Z didn't really get up and run until like '98. Really,
Right.
really started running. Like that Rockefeller picked up in like '96, '8. Really,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? After Reasonable Doubts hit, which I can say was really late '96, going to '97. That's when I can say Jay Z, DMX saved my hip hop life and allowed me just to really feel good about my city because nobody was stopping them.
Right. Okay.
Did you just say that Corey Lee's the color of a lit up light bulb?
Brighter than that, bro.
Is he the color of khaki pants, work khakis?
Lighter.
He's the
He's
color
khaki.
he's the color of desert sand.
Lighter
Hey
than that.
man,
Like
hey
midday.
bro, hey Mr. Purple Rain Wanye wannabe, chill out. All right,
But hey, Corey Lee and
You-
Lee in person looks like Howard Hewitt, bro. Corey Lee in
hell
person
no.
looks like Freedom Williams. Y'all remember Freedom Williams?
Come on, man. You the color of garlic powder, brother. What are you doing?
You-
Hey,
oh
Not
my
garlic
god.
powder.
You call me out like that. The audacity.
I gotta ask DSJ this. I promise you. DSJ, what are we talking about? Dudes don't dance no more? I mean,
All they do is this.
All they do
All they
is
do
this.
is this.
All they do is this. What is that?
Exactly.
It's
Try-
TikTok. That's what they do. That's all they do.
Right.
Legit.
They dance for about 27 seconds and then they go ahead and put it on film.
Yeah, they dance with a phone like this, doing a, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nah, man, you know what? I don't know what the try. I
They
don't know.
dance with a phone, but before that, Corey Lee used to dance with a mirror in his hand because he was so light skinned.
In a ponytail.
Yeah, let me,
Nigga, please.
don't wake me. Yeah, he was dancing to stuff like that.
Christopher Williams was calling him light skin. You saying?
Yeah,
Y'all got jokes, but it's all good though. I love it.
Albie Sure was tight with him. Oh my god!
Like, golly, man, this dude's so light. Yeah, man. Let me ask DSA, what is it with dudes not wanting to dance, bro? Is that, and I know we supposed to be talking about the top 50 rappers of all time, and the conversation centered around that and how we get to a 50 list. But talking about men not dancing, what is that, bro?
So females don't want to dance with men.
Ooh.
All they want to do is twerk. All they want to do is twerk and twerk on other females, and then say they're not gay, and they'll be like, "Well, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want."
Now, first of all, man, if I don't care. Like
You try to dance on a female today. She gonna look at you like you crazy. She gonna look at you like you Corey Lee color and back up off you. Like, nah, don't touch me. And it'd be like, well, damn.
Well, so my thing is, well, when it comes to like preference, I don't care like what people like, whatever your preference is, man, have your preference. I personally don't care. Right. But I honestly think that dudes DSJ age just don't have game. They just don't. They don't know how to talk to. They don't know how to talk to the ladies. They be
that could be it. I'm a troll, so you know.
I mean, legit DSJ. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was in the food court, right, minding my business, just trying to be a big back by myself, right. And I saw a dude see a girl, right, and before he start to walk over there, this dude takes out chapstick and start licking his lips. I'm like, dog, do you know how that looks?
That's a Corey Lee.
Do you know
how? Please, hell no! How dare you?
Like legit. Now, mind you, I told y'all we was in a food court, so y'all know I wasn't in there by myself.
Right.
So if I saw it, I know 30 or 40 other people had to see it. Yeah. This dude go over and then he like go and then DSJ he walk up to her, she turned and she look at him like she know he coming, and then the dude was like, excuse me, he grabbed some napkins and walk off.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
No game, bro.
I love it. I love it.
No, he trying to play it off. Like, I just came over. I just licked my lips and put on chapstick so I can go grab some napkins.
That's right. Well, because you know why?
How androgynous of him.
No, but you know what though? That's funny though. That's so much Prince, but still, that's a Prince thing. But I'm gonna say this though: it's the fact that the internet has taken us away from each other, and to the degree where we're impersonable. You know what I'm saying? I grew up where I had to get a girl's number, and then I had to get up the game enough to talk to her to get her number.
Right.
You know, and then sometimes you know what I'm saying, you might get shot the first time, but if you persistent enough, things possibly work out. You know what I'm saying, for you. But also too, now you got a number. Now you got to be able to engage into a conversation.
Not a real
literal conversation,
right?
Beg your pardon?
Let me ask y'all this. I gotta ask, since y'all try, bro. I'm sorry, bro. This is where the conversation went, bro. Right? My apologies. I didn't know the panel was going to be full of dudes with no game. I thought we was going to talk about the top. Right?
You're crazy.
Crazy and disrespect mode tonight.
I'm not Joy B. I'm
for real. Just wait. Just wait and see what the Knicks and Night show is going to be like, man. We're going to be at war.
I'm not.
I mean, y'all list was disrespectful because y'all didn't even say that Silk the Shocker and Lil B the Bass guy was number 1 and number 2 as top MCs. Y'all already just went off the rails with that.
How are they gonna be number 1 and we ain't say Lil Perk?
Who? Y'all didn't mention Slim Jesus.
No. We ain't even say Gucci Gang, 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 Gucci. We ain't even get to that part yet, bro.
Bro, I would have came out with Waka Flocka before I even came out with any Silk the Shocker.
Wow.
But DSJ, this is where I think we at. Like, and I legit saw a dude in a food court see a woman. She was bad too, right? He then lick his lips and put I didn't even know chapstick was still a thing, right? And he go over there, walk to her. She see him coming. She don't disrespect him. He reach around her and grab some napkins and walk off. I'm like, bro,
keep him guessing. Keep him guessing.
Yo, what?
Isn't he? Yeah, you know.
Bro, you sure you wasn't looking at what she had on the table?
Dudes don't have. What I'm saying is, dudes don't have game no more, bro. Is dudes don't have. I blame Queens, New York, bro. No,
I would too.
I blame Coney Island, bro.
I would blame Queens all day. Yeah, this is all Queens' fault.
I blame Brooklyn, New York, bro. That's
no, because we don't do no goofy shit like that.
Not in Queens either, so I don't know what the hell he talking about.
Bro, legit, bro. I saw like legit. I saw a lady look him in his face. She ain't say nothing. I guess she like waiting for him to say something, and he reach around her and grab some napkins and walk off.
When I say hi to
Because he
him,
was twice as nice, and maybe his voice was as horrific as Vincent Price. I don't know. It just these things happen from time to time.
Oh,
Yes, what I'm saying. I don't know where like the interpersonal skills, like the social skills, go, right? Like legit, I don't know where that is. I don't know why guys nowadays feel like they got to hit a home run every time. Like dude, instead of having like a batting average, they feel like they got the, you know what I'm saying, say the perfect line the one time, and if it don't melt her heart, they feel like they're a failure. Like, how you gonna melt somebody's heart and you got comics in your pocket? The fuck going? What kind of world we live in, bro? Like
He was well prepared. He was well
nah, cause you know
prepared.
what
Comeback
it
did
is.
to you, yo. Like, yeah, so you
Nah,
not the comeback.
nah, cause you know what it is. Because unfortunately, that young man was raised by his mama and not his daddy or his uncles or somebody to teach this young man how to speak to a lady. You know what I'm saying? Or to even do that. That's an issue. You understand what I'm saying? Society fucked up. You know
So
what I'm
you
saying?
He don't need a father. He don't need no uncles. He don't need male figures. He got TikTok. He got IG.
you
He
got
got social
IG.
media.
talking about though.
They
Well,
teach him
that's his
everything
daddy
they need to
now.
know.
Exactly.
It,
Exactly. He don't need a
they
daddy
teach him.
no more.
They teach him
Like,
everything they need to know.
yeah, could from coming from a man that have daughters and sons, bro. I listen, the stuff I be hearing, I be shocked. Like my son's boy, right? He the coolest dude. Like he like 30. He the coolest dude ever, bro. Like around everybody. When the ladies come around, though, bro, he gets stage fright. I mean, and with DSA, when I say stage fright, bro, I'm talking about like the ladies come around, they be like, "Oh, he a cutie. Why he so quiet?" And he be like, He'd start talking like he started talking about talking like dude from a
New
thin
Jack
line.
City.
Like,
You know why, son? I'm gonna tell you something. And it's fun. It's so funny you should say that. My homeboy has a stepson,
right.
and he just married his mama maybe about 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So they have a relationship, but they don't have that male friendship or
Right.
bonding type of relationship where he could get his man some type of advice. But I'm gonna say this: this dude is socially awkward.
Right.
Socially awkward.
Right.
Like if they had a video game like Madden on what's called on not Xbox but whatever the hell he does not have approach a person unless he's talking to him over a microphone. When I say like these young ladies that came by his house because I've been to plenty of social events over there, crib, and I just look at this boy and be like, dude, you ain't getting at that. And I'm just shaking my head. 25 years old, college with a degree, and cannot. Man, look here. I'm gonna tell you this picture right now. My boy and showed me a picture. This young man, took a picture of himself, a selfie with an eggplant in his pants.
Oh my God.
Why?
Why?
That is, if I had to answer that question right there, I'll be running for president. And the next, it's the internet.
You're gonna lose, man. You're not gonna win that presidential campaign because you're the color of spicy mayonnaise. It ain't gonna work out in your favor. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why because they hired a motherfucker look like an orange.
And even he is more dark skinned than you. It's crazy. You got to give up hope. Give up hope.
And one of the things that and I can't speak for the ladies. I just speak for what I hear. Like, you go to these things and they be like, it's boring in here. And I be like, why is it, ain't nobody doing that? And that's code for like, these dudes is over there. All they doing is trying to drink up all the hand. All they doing is talking about what playbook they're using on Madden. And the ladies is just sitting there like the DJ just playing the songs. Ladies trying to get on the floor, and dudes is like, what I'm saying, talking about Street Fighter codes. You're like,
They trying to see what Kaisenat got going on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And I know the dudes want to be like, I know the guys want to say something to the ladies. I don't know if we in that era now where you can't speak to the ladies no more, or if it's a thing where maybe the bar is set so high for dudes. Like if you're not 6'1", if you're not, if you don't have dreads, or if you don't have weight, or whatever it is going on, if you don't have a charger, or if you don't have a such and such, then I don't know, man. It's kind of odd to me.
But a lot of that is true. Now that right there, you said that right there in itself. There's nobody who's willing to work with somebody, so, vice versa on both ends, to have a person grow with them. People, if they can't have it now, because the world is so instantaneous. If like I used to say, if you can't pour water on it and put it in the microwave, you know what I'm saying, then it ain't gonna get done. Because let me tell you something, it's not gonna get done as far as they're concerned in this world.
Right.
People don't even sit down and write letters no more. If I can't shoot you a text or an email, what's the purpose? Because see, now a letter takes time, because you got to put thought into what you're writing. First of all, you're actually writing it out, and you're putting thoughts into your words, and then you try to make it look neat and legible. And not only that, just legible, but make it make sense to the fact that the way it is. Like you just said, King Ribby, the generation is all about the dollar, point blank, period. If you can't get it right now, if you can't get it done right now, what's the purpose of me even hanging around to figure it out? Or see the potential on a person.
Right. I don't, man. That's the part that I don't get, because even when I kick it with y'all, man, I have like a zero expectation thing, and my thing is as long as we get together and have fun, like as long as what we doing is enjoyable amongst ourselves, even if we have a topic, if we don't get to the topic, long as we don't have fun, man, that's my thing. The bar, to me, I set the bar so low, right? That like if me and Lee say, listen, we're gonna in a few minutes we're gonna talk about Mike Brown half court sets, right? If we that's what we say we're gonna talk about, right? But if we start talking about something else and it go that way, I mean, just let the thing be organic, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like maybe that's what these young dudes be doing. Like everything got to be a home run, because they feel like if they get shamed in public, they feel like that's the end of the world for them.
And also too, Freezy, you got to think, because of the fact that nowadays everybody's experimenting with a lot of different things, which takes away your inhibitions. Which you could be somebody. Listen, exactly. The fact that, like you just said, they don't know how to, because people don't know how to be organic because they're scared of themselves. The self-esteem issue is real. I hear it nowadays.
Lee, if y'all laugh at me, if I do something and y'all laugh at me, bro, guess what?
You laugh too.
I might laugh with y'all.
Right.
Yeah, but Freezy, see, you got to understand that. Listen, you're a man cut from a whole different cloth. They don't make people like me and you no more, or DSJ, or Tory B. Women and men like that. You know, everything. You got to think. We got housewives. Who you know what I'm saying? We got. You know, The Bachelor. We got all this stuff. This so-called reality which is a facade
Right.
for people to want to aspire to and want to be, because they'd have no ambition to be anything other than that. And this is what our children are being taught. You know, exactly. Personality. You can't. People don't know how to develop themselves because they don't know the social skills are gone nowadays.
You want to know what the problem
Social
is?
skills.
People like Corey Lee and Jordan Poole have ruined it because they want to buy Birkins for you to give them a number. That's horrible work.
Yeah,
Nasty
you
work.
got to spend $25,000 before I get the number. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
got to sit there and take you to Ruth Chris and order the most expensive. Listen, I don't have Ruth Chris money.
no.
I don't have Ruth Chris money. I will troll somebody with Ruth Chris money.
Yeah, I'll tell Triborough this. I don't know if I ever told Try this, right? But Try, there was this thing called the Budweiser Superfest, right? Janet
I
Jackson,
used to go.
like
I used to go back there.
away from me, and something right then clicked on me. I was like, yo, if I don't holler at Janet right here,
Right.
then my whole life is. And I legit hollered at Janet, like I spit my absolute A game, the
Right.
A of the A-ist of the A game. Like I'm trying to let her know who Uncle Freezy is, right?
Yeah.
And so she smiled, pat me on the chest, and was like, good try, right? I'm
Right.
hurt for like a millisecond, right? Until I turn around and I see all my homeboys like, yo! You know what I'm saying? It's like this thing, like I go from like getting turned down from Janet, so we standing in the rain and this thing, I get turned down by Janet. I'm like, oh man, I done had my shot. I turn around, all my homeboys looking at me like, oh my God, just tried to holler at Janet.
Right.
Hey Janet, and if you watching, it's too late now. You done made your decision. I'm good now. I got more. So
Right.
too bad, so
Hold
sad. Right?
on.
Right. But at the same time, I tried to holler at Patra, and she
man.
she threatened my life. She told me her bodyguard was going to squish me up and throw me out. Her bodyguard was like 8 foot tall, bro.
Wow.
Like legit. Like I think you know the whole thing about the social awkwardness thing. I think we probably take that a little bit too far because our expectation be too high. Like everything you do, you're not gonna hit a grand slam at everything you do in life.
So Janet Jackson just tweeted and she added you and she said it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm sure because she like to control situations, bro. That's why.
Yeah. Anytime in any
Ask
place.
ask Jermaine Dupri, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah. Hey, and yo, this whole thing, man, make me think it's hilarious that we get to this point in like a conversation where we legit talking about like a relationship. Like, but let me ask y'all, man, is it once you get past that stage, is it easy? Once you get past that stage, is it easy to stay in a relationship then? Like once two sides realize there's something there, is it like easy to stay latched on? Is there less work to do?
It depends on both sides. Because now that you got to the point where you either dating or you're around each other constantly, now you have to learn to coincide and learn how to build together. Because people don't understand that it's team building. We have to build each other up, you know, and find ways for each one of us to grow. You know, and if push comes to shove, if one side doesn't want to work with the other, what the hell is the purpose? You know, you have to understand that, you know, it takes two to figure things out. And your both of your passions have to be strong within this. And that's why marriage isn't a big thing anymore. You know, people rather just date or be in a long-term relationship than actually making that true commitment.
Right.
You know, that legally binds you together. You know, because first of all, divorce is real, alimony is real, all that stuff is real. You know, child support is a real situation. You know, and these people are scared to get involved in that. You know, society is not built, you know, nowadays to to uh to weather the storm. You know, you get into a car accident nowadays with your new car, more than likely it's going to get totaled out. So what do they say? Oh, instead of fixing it, how about you just go get a brand new one? You
Wow.
understand what I mean?
Corley,
Wow,
I'm not taking advice from nobody who's brighter than Bruce Leroy's glow. You got to be kidding me right now.
Wow.
Well, you on a roll tonight, bro.
I'm on. Hey, blame Uncle Freezy. If he ain't let that cat out the bag, I wouldn't be holding
Nah,
it by the tail.
I'm saying, bro, like legit, man. We was talking about like the top 50 rappers, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But you know, we get here. I think we need to hear from the expert on the panel. Hey, Try, can you solve this question? Solve this thing for us? Because it seemed like you the expert on the panel like this. Like, is it just that the generations are different, or
They are.
okay?
I mean, you got to think like I mean, for me, for my generation in the '80s, we didn't have no internet, we didn't have no social media, so we actually had to go outside and talk to a woman if we wanted to get her number. You know what I'm saying? Like the conversations we have here, like we had these conversations on the front stoop. There wasn't no camera in our face, like, and we doing like a laughing about it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the generation now, they grew up with their devices in their hands. They don't know what it is to go outside and play. You know what I'm saying? And that's the separation right there. It's like it's very different. So it's easy for them now to run up to somebody's DM and talk to them, whereas they don't have to like look at them in their face and ask them out on a date. You know.
I'm gonna keep it so real with y'all. The problem started because, especially this whole light skin versus dark skin, this started between Corey Lee and Wiz. Ever since Corey Lee stole Renee from Wiz when they was in the second grade, it's been turmoil ever since. Light skin and dark skin just can't mix together because of them two. Thanks a lot, Corey.
And then they went to college and then joined. They went to college and then one of them joined the Thetas, and you know what I'm saying. Now every time you see him, we are the Thetas, and dudes is now like dancing.
Moo Gamma Moo, yeah. It's oh my goodness.
The wannabes and the jigaboos.
I love that movie.
School days.
Right.
Corley trying to stomp the yard and Wiz trying to stomp his head in. Man, it's crazy.
But I know I'm gonna tell you one thing, DSJ, wake up.
Try. I think.
Hey, listen. All you gotta do is stand over me. It'll be just like the sun. Oh man, it's bright. It's bright in here. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up.
But Lee not just light skinned. I give Lee his credit. He not just light skinned. He like the dude with good hair and like the light eyes, all that stuff. He like that kind of
shit light about these eyes.
He's Gary Dourdan.
Yeah.
He's Shazam from a different world. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. He the dude from The Last Dragon, bro.
Now he call me Tommy.
Yeah.
Bro,
he call me Timax and whatnot. He called me Timax and whatnot. Whatever the hell that nigga name was.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
It's Bruce Corey Leroy. That's him.
Okay. I'm finna chop all y'all niggas. Sure enough.
Corey, you gotta fight back, yo. You gotta fight back.
That's all good, though. I don't mind. Yo, listen. Why even argue and fight back? You know what I'm saying? DSJ is a plump dude. You know what I'm saying? On his purple suit, walking around look like a grape.
Come on, Corley. You the color of Palmer's cocoa butter. I'm gonna fight with you.
Seriously. I don't know what's darker, you or your purple suit, looking out here looking like one of the California Raisins. Something about I heard it through the grapevine, actually with a microphone in your hand.
Come on,
It's
man.
it's
I got
velvet. Listen, I'll tell you what. I don't even need a spotlight. All I need you to do is just stand over me. I'm good money. I got all the light in the world.
Come on, man. What's all this? What is all
That's
this
all right.
Queens on Brooklyn
That's
crime? What is all this Queens on Brooklyn crime, man? What's happening?
It's
Man?
always been like it's always been like that because Brooklyn used to try to come to Queens, try to rob a cat, and then we had to run them off the block.
They don't run me off blocks. They run away from me.
Oh wow.
Because all I gotta do is shine Corey Lee on them.
Nah, all you gotta do is wear that purple suit, looking like Grimace.
It was fly though. It was fly.
Yeah.
Ladies,
I know
ladies was
it was
screaming
swag.
encore.
Oh, hey,
My fact.
speaking of which, you're gonna be in the city though, right? You're gonna be so
I'm
DSJ
gonna-
gonna be in the area Saturday. That's dope, bro. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be in
DSJ,
Florence.
Music, Quick Tempered, everybody gonna be in South Carolina Saturday. Man, I'm looking forward to, bro. Looking forward to it, bro.
Everybody show up.
What's
DSJ in a
going on in
plum
South
suit.
Carolina?
DSJ
DSJ,
gonna come out there looking like a plum with a microphone in his hand.
Yes, and the suit will be velvet.
the velvet,
Wow.
it'll be beautiful.
What
though.
is it? Velvet? Yeah.
Exactly.
Velvet Jones. Yep.
But hey, I just wanted to say this to everybody, the Echo and Essence family, man. So we'll probably be uploading some stuff like Saturday night, early Sunday morning, throughout the day from the performance from Steel, True Music, Quick Tempered, and maybe some others. I was thinking DSJ, like I was talking to Triborough about it maybe a couple hours ago, that it'd have been dope if we could do like Echo and Essence, like all of us together in a spot where we can, rock the spot for a little bit. But I don't want to take no like commands of y'all time, because I know when you're a performer, you got to get there, man, sound check. You got to, do your rounds, do the entertainment thing. After that, I know it'll be like a lot of parlaying, like connections, networking, and all that stuff after the fact. And then it might be time to get on the road. But I was thinking, man, it'll be dope if we can just do a little something, man, to put on the channel so that people can see like two people from Echo and Essence in the same place at the same time. I don't know if y'all
think it'd be dope. Yeah. I'd love to do that.
Okay. Maybe we can work something out where we can, figure out something and put that together. That way we can kind of, put something together, man. Because honestly, before you told me that, I was gonna try to sneak down to Atlanta this weekend. My nephew down there, I was gonna sneak down to the A and try to see him. But since y'all up here, I'll push that back a little bit, man. And save a little dollar to, and go to Florence, man, and hang out with y'all a little bit and talk about music and the experience and all of that. Maybe record a little something. So.
And we can talk about how if I want to get my what's up.
No, all jokes aside, I hope you break a leg and have a great show for real, DSJ. Because you are talented. I see.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, bro. For real.
It's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be dope because he got a joint. He got a joint called No Sleep Till Brooklyn that the crowds always love it. So if he do that joint, I already know. You know what I'm saying? That's they banger, right? So I already know.
I know. Especially if he's singing to what's that the Grimace not Grimace, the Hamburglar and the Fry Guys. You know what I'm saying? When he come out there, that purple velvet suit, he gonna kill it.
Right. Yeah, man. Nah, he gonna be dope, bro. He gonna be dope.
I know he is.
Yeah, he
I love my boy, man. I love my boy, yo.
We just gotta get Quick Tempered to do more content. Let me put it that way. Like we gotta get Quick Tempered to is it fair to say embrace being an artist? Because I think that sounds disrespectful and I don't want it to be.
No, I think it's a fair assessment, especially when you consider a lot of times the personality of an individual and the artist can clash. It can collide. Right. Like me, of course, I troll, I crack jokes and stuff like that. But on stage, I'm a different person altogether, and I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
but again, people expect you to be your persona,
Yeah.
and so like you'll never know the full me if that's how you feel. And I want you to embrace every aspect of me. You know what I'm saying? The husband, the father. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be just that one element, but I understand that that's what I'm pushing out there as well. So it comes off like, yeah, you have to be a ladies' man. You have
Right.
to be able to, be a smooth operator.
Right. 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 Hey, so Miguel P says we should consider, and the thing is, Miguel P is it's not our venue and it's not our event, so it's kind of like, you know, like how you, and then plus you don't know what the schedule is going to be like because you schedule it for one thing, and then you got to go with the flow of how the event flows that night. So for last, I can't schedule it at a certain time and then expect the show to flow exactly according to that. All right. And then plus some things like battery power, like if you do it on your phone and you try to live stream the whole thing, how much battery power you gonna have? It's a lot of logistics is like complicated here. Now, if it was a joint, like if we were in Fayetteville at like an Airbnb or something, and we could just do like just a little in-house thing, or if we were like in Myrtle Beach where I can just grab a venue and just have them come in and then they be the headliners. You know what I'm saying? And then we just do like a party, like you get one of my, because I don't like DJing at my party. At my party, I want to party at my party. I don't want to work at my party. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Grab like when our homeboys to DJ, something like that, play some music, get the crowd, get people dancing, and then, live performance by QTD, you know what I'm saying, have them do like 8 or 9 songs combined. I'm talking about combined, like have them do like 8 or 9 songs combined, like maybe Quick do 2, True do 2, DSJ do 2, and then they do like 3 or 4 together or whatever. That'd be dope, right? But when we at somebody else thing, man, you know how it is. So, but maybe we'll get there. I was thinking that'd be something dope if we can do it in New York, right, or Atlanta. My preference would be Atlanta because Atlanta is bonkers, right? So yeah,
Either way, we figure it out.
yeah, we'll figure that part out. There's just a part. This part right here is not our event. Would love to, but it's just not our event though. So yeah, man.
But why did y'all decide to not put Silk the Shocker on the 50 greatest list? I'm very surprised. Try, you of all people, I thought you would have had him at least in the top 3.
What? Not even. He ain't even making the list.
Silk the Shocker should have been. It should have been the first 2 names mentioned.
Hell no.
Right.
E40 should have been like maybe top 4, top 5.
Wow. Maybe for West Coast.
And in this moment, man, I'm gonna say I think Nas is number 1 for me.
Yeah. Yep. Me too.
And like right now in this moment, I'll say Nas is number 1 on the list for me. And it's because of his early stuff, his middle stuff, his post-middle stuff, not so much, but King Disease forward, I'm like, hey man, yeah, this guy's doing something.
Yeah, King's Disease the magic. I know that Nasir wasn't very well received. There was some gems in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Sometimes the audience is not ready for some stuff that's dope. Right. But I'll give an example. Anybody ever heard of the artist Glenn Jones?
Yeah.
And he's got that song "We've Only Just Begun" and "Show Me," and so he's got albums full of songs like that. At the time that those songs came out, they were like, okay, these are nice. But then in retrospect, when you go back and listen to the album, you're like, The whole joint with this dude should have been a megastar, but the timing wasn't right. That's what I think about Nas post middle stuff, right? Like some of the stuff he was talking about, like self-doubt, your environment, like how things in the world change around you and put you in these weird space, how kind of life matures you instead of you maturing in life. You know what I'm saying? Like these topics, people wasn't ready for no rapper to talk about stuff like that. They wanted rappers to talk about champagne, caviar, and bubble baths. All that stuff rich rappers talk about.
Yeah, but you gotta think at that time, that man lost his mother. So
Yeah.
and that right there in itself, like me, life throws you a curveball, and sometimes you hit a home, you hit it, or you don't, and it's all about he was in a place where people just couldn't feel him. You know what I'm saying? And also too, he did some bad collabos. He should never got with Puffy to do that album. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that the content in it was bad, but his content, but sometimes the production doesn't line up with the lyrics.
Right.
And Puffy, he was in this shiny suit phase. You know what I'm saying? Where I mean, for example, look what he tried to do with Big. He tried to make Big into like something, and it worked maybe in the beginning because it got Big out there and it went platinum. But the same template doesn't work for a different person. He did the same thing to Mace, and Mace was like, "That's not me."
He did the same thing to Black Rob. Remember, Black Rob was not totally Black Rob, but Black Rob should have been more. Yeah, y'all ever heard the heard "Whoa" in the "Whoa" remix? Black Rob probably just off the strength of that, he should have been next, right? But you got Big, then Shine, Black Rob, G-Dep, Mark Curry. You got all these guys, man. You felt like they underachieved, bro.
Yeah. Well, it didn't underachieve because how could they underachieve when they all they could do was what they took what was given and they try to put the best out there. Certain things are out of their control. Right. You know what I mean? As an artist.
Right.
So, and then also too, you got to think the fact that this man didn't even try to help him follow up because he took what he could get. He did Puffy did what he was supposed to do. He did the most. He got him a hit song or two. He put out an album. He sold that song, and he kept the majority of the royalties for as long as he could. These people, you got to think, these cats were wanting to just get a deal and wanted to have an album and wanted to make money and try to get their family out of the streets. And when they realized that they didn't really read the fine print on that contract or that deal, and found out that they weren't getting the royalties that they're supposed to get, no, or even money, the money that they were supposed to get because they had the contract. Then you had the production deal that you were signed to, and all these people were reaping all the benefits of what they put into the game.
Right.
And that's just how. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
I was saying they signed a bad deal from the beginning though. Like he signed a 6-album deal and it was like after the second one he wanted out and he retired and tried to come back and he couldn't sign with nobody else but Bad
Boy. You know what? And you know what's messed up? Because I was listening to I think it was Styles P. And he was talking about the whole Puffy situation with the Locks. And then the Locks, like how they now in hindsight look at it, you know what I'm saying? And you can't, and he said to himself, it wasn't Puffy's fault because Puffy gave him the album deal. It was more so them not surrounding themselves around the right people
Right,
to understand what they were signing.
right.
You know. So
So
he said, you know, go ahead.
when they signed, yeah, but they were when they were young and they signed that bad boy deal, and the advance money is 10,000. How you splitting 10,000 between two members?
And that's what I'm saying. See, off rip. You wrong. Off rip. Right.
Yeah,
That's just what it is, bro. Like, and I don't want to, what I'm saying, bash um recording artists and all that stuff, because recording artists have a dream that there's no way that people that are not recording artists can even understand. If you are not an aspiring recording artist, you cannot put yourself in these shoes, right? Because these people have an unbelievable gift to do something, right? That a lot of people want to do, right? And then when they recognize it and other people recognize it, they want to basically reap the reward of the talents that they have. The only thing about that, though, is when you 17, 18, 19, and you didn't go to school because you was in the streets, and your family didn't go to school because they was in the streets, and then you are sitting in front of a legal document, that right there already tell you that you are in shark infested waters,
yeah,
right? Just off that. Now, the thing is when you're in, and I'm gonna say this, it's gonna sound crazy, but when you're in $1,600 worth of debt, right? And you don't have no money, and every time you get money, you keep pouring money into that $1,600, and you keep getting deeper and deeper, because maybe you got like a payday loan. Your mom got a payday loan or something, and she had a payday loan for like 2 years. She can't pay it off because she can't get out the hole, right? And then your light bill go up because the projects you live in got something going on now. Now your light bill done went up $150 because of a weird thing going on with the city. Or say with the water, you in the projects, and now your water bill go from being free to like $75. And while $75 don't sound like a lot of money, and $1,600 don't sound like a lot of money, when you are in the hole every paycheck, and somebody offer you, like somebody put in front of you $100,000 split 3 ways, you like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna take this bread and get my mom out the projects. Right, you're not thinking about like, I'm gonna just save this money and put this money into my record and make sure that I put out quality such and such and such. You thinking like, yo, man, I've been searching for this deal for so long, man. Yo, I'm tired of my mom just like, what I'm saying, on Tuesday night she eating mustard and sardines in front of the Cosby Show. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of that, bro. And then for a lot of us that's like first or second gen, that legit people like really don't come from something, bro. You like, soon as you hear, yo, wait a minute, you telling me I can go platinum? Yeah, bro, you got the talent to go platinum. You're not thinking about the money you're gonna make off going platinum. You just hear the word platinum. You assume that if you go platinum, you're gonna be like Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson went platinum. Right. And so when you talk about like all these people that sign these bad contracts and all that stuff, I feel for them. I do. In my heart, I really, really feel for them. But I don't judge them, because you don't know what these people went through before they even got to that spot. Like some of these people was in the streets not because they love being in the streets. They in the streets because they trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these, they in the streets because they out here, they gotta hustle. Because I'll give an example. I know a dude that got in. I ain't gonna say his name. I know a dude that got in the street because him and his girl had a baby, and their baby had a disability, right? And so they can't afford like normal stuff. So he went from working second shift at a job. Now he's like, man, I ain't even going there no more, bro. I just got to take care, of son, right? And so he got in that thing because of that. right? And so when you look at people's struggles, man, people come from a lot of different places, and when you offer them quick money, bro, they're gonna take it. They
Yeah.
don't care what happened at the other end. They living for the day. They're not living for tomorrow.
It's the lack of financial literacy.
Yeah, like Lee, do you know what I can do with like $100,000 right now, bro? Like
Because you know better.
if I tripped over $100,000 on my way, if I go outside and trip over $100,000, bro, that thing will change my life. Because even though I might see $100,000, bro, I don't get to save $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever your thing is whether it's
Right, and
25,000
that's
or
so hard
50,000.
for people to understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They like, oh, you make money. No, I don't have it all at one time.
No,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, I have it
right,
all at one time.
right. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like even that's why when I look at them guys like Cameron and all of them, they doing good now, man. I be saluting them because now that they older and they wiser, they smart enough to make better business decisions. Like legit, Cameron is on his way to be Joe Budden or better. Right.
Yeah.
Right now, he on that path, and he taking Mace with him. Right.
Mhm.
Diddy not on that path. Diddy is on a different road because he made relationships in the 90s that he still got to pay for. He's still attached to those relationships he made in the 90s that got him out the gutter.
Right.
Right. So so when it comes to like Cameron, Mace, Diddy, and whoever these guys are, the Locks, whoever, my advice to them is always don't depend on Cinderella. Right? Like you ride in that carriage now. What's that carriage gonna be when the clock run out? Right? That's always my advice. But mind you, I'm not an aspiring recording artist. I'm just a dude with a bunch of student loan payments that went to school, got a degree that don't mean nothing. Like I'm that guy. Got a degree and working in a job that don't even use the degree. I'm that person. Right? And so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to give advice to somebody else who know, bro, when you're a singer, you know by the time you 4 or 5 years old that you're different than everybody else. Right? I mean, that's just what it is. DSJ, does that sound accurate? Oh, DSJ done start crying. Man, Lee, you shouldn't have said nothing about that man purple suit, bro.
I mean, I can't help it. He look like a plum.
You can't help it. You can't help it. He out here looking like Cat Williams.
But the plus size version.
Yo, you wrong for that, bro. You wrong for
Boy,
that.
it looked like he looked like he was struggling to button that coat up.
That's
either he was gonna fart or pee on himself.
yeah,
I mean, he stretched that jacket out.
Yeah, man. Hey, try. You think that's accurate too, man? About these entertainers, man, they sign these deals and it wind up being more of a curse than a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like they're coming out of poverty, they're gonna take that quick cash, but then later on, when they hit 40 and they want their publishing, they boss that they publishing, they can't get it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they need to like learn that the artists now need to learn the contracts and the fine print before you sign on the dotted line, because you signing your life away, you signing all your royalties away.
More than likely nowadays, especially the 360 deals, the management deals, because you got to think, you got to have a manager, a production deal, an album deal, all the stuff like that. That's why a lot of these cats, if who struggle and go underground, and now the thing is now, let me throw my stuff on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And let me try to develop a following like that. Shout out to cats like God bless the dead. What's the one man name who died from Memphis recently? What's the brother name? Wow, I can't think of his name. But make a long story short, he remained and stayed independent when cats was trying to pressure him to sign a deal. But he's like, why should I sign this deal when I'm already making my money? I don't need you to push out my album. I already got a following, a fan base. People respect and like my music. I don't need you to do nothing for me. And once these cats realize that in the industry, because I did not realize how gangster the music business was until I say the last 20 years, and how really true cutthroat it was. Like when I saw that 5 Heartbeats, I thought it was exaggerated, but I did not really understand it. No, these cats is really for real like that. There's true gangsters in the industry who control the business behind the scenes.
Right.
You know,
Right. Bro, them dudes
that's
like
what.
those dudes like Dick Griffey, bro. Them dudes like Dick Griffey, bro. Them dudes. Yo, bro, y'all think Dick Griffey went to college, bro? Them dudes not schoolboys, bro. Those dudes is gangsters, bro.
They got hip to the fact of how to pimp the game.
Yeah.
And see, the thing is, the person who suffers the most are the ones who know the least. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's sad. But it's just like in anything in life, a sucker's born every day. You just gotta pay attention to what the hell you doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody's in this world is genuine. And that's sad, but it's so true. People lack the humanity and the integrity to do the right thing. I was talking to somebody right now, and it's just like a job. You can't pay a motherfucker to do the right thing. You can't pay a motherfucker to do his job no more because it's too much of a problem. It's too much of a hassle.
And even for guys like me, right? So even for guys that I'm in my situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does it benefit me to share what I learned in school when I have to pay for what I learned, and the people that want the knowledge from me didn't go to school and they don't pay this stuff, but they want this knowledge, right? So the person is saying, nah, bro, you got to go and learn this stuff on your own. Some of these things I almost failed. Like I had to legit sit up late nights, write papers, do all this stuff. And then you asking me to give it to you for free. And some of that stuff I'm still paying for. Right? Now, that's the practical part. Now, the humanity part, the human part is, you do this thing, you struggle so that you can help others so that they won't go through the same struggle that you go through. But then when you struggle, where these people at?
Facts, but you know what though? And see, that's the gamble you have to take as a human being nowadays. Because even though you're paying it forward and you're trying to help somebody else out, how are they going to react? And are they going to pay it forward to somebody else? You understand what I'm saying? Now we're in a moral dilemma. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's up to you to choose. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the one thing, the Most High, Christ died on the cross for us is for the fact that we can have free will.
Right.
So think about it like that. And with your free will, you pick and choose on how you use it. And Lord knows you have to be wise about it.
Right.
Because people forget the fact that, for a man like you to honestly pass off some information that you worked hard and paid for and still struggling to still pay, and you offering them this knowledge, and for them to stand there and look at you and tell you you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, man.
Or that's how it was when you were coming up, but it's different now. It's so
Or
bad. It's so bad. It's so bad because kids look at college as a scam now in itself.
right, Lee, you know what? Like, you remember when we first started doing Lawrence Tears, people used to always be like,
Mm.
"Nah, Uncle Freezy, that's not how business work. Business work like this." And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, how you know?" And they'd be like, "What you mean? How I know? That's how it works." I'm like, "Hey, bro, like legit on the first day of business school, this is what my professor told me. What your professor tell you? Man, I ain't went to school. I went to the school of hard knocks, and that's why you still are getting knocked hard, right?
Facts.
Because you doing it in a way that you've seen other people do it, and you say, "Well, I'm not going to do it like them." You still don't have the answer. You just know how somebody else failed, right?
Mm.
You saw how somebody else failed, and you just not going to do it like them, right? But then when somebody is like, "Yeah, hey man, listen, this is how you get there." Like legitimately, record companies are not made up of 10,000 artists, right? A record company may have 10,000 employees, and maybe 100 of them are going to be artists, right? You're going to have lawyers and a whole bunch of people, mostly lawyers, right? They're going to be, because they got to check everything that you do to make sure they don't get sued. They want to find loopholes so that they can make money for the investors. The investors are lawyers. They know who to invest in, what to invest in. They know how much money to put in certain stuff. They know the disciplines of investing. They know the seasons in which to invest, right? And then they take advantage of loopholes and such. Like they know if they can get a young artist in debt, then that artist will be indebted to them, paying them back with interest. Like legit, if you get an advance, that's what an advance is, just like what it sounds. Right? I'm going to advance you $500,000. By the time you pay me back, you would have paid me back $1.25 million. Right? Because if they wasn't going to make money hand over fist, they would not advance you the money. Like record companies aren't nice. They're not in business to be nice. They're in business to make money. That's what you learn. The first thing you learn when you go to school is business. Man, listen, make profit for your stakeholders. That's all. That's the thing you got to understand with business, right? The first rule of business is making money for your stakeholders.
And it's never personal.
You're right. That's just what it's business. That's just what it is, man. Like you think people with millions of dollars are gonna find a little ghetto boy and just be nice to him? Like, here, man, take this $500,000 and do what you want to do with it.
It worked out for Arnold and Willis.
Unless your last name Jackson. I mean, and I got family last name Jackson all over the Bronx, man. Salute to all my people in the Bronx, man. So, in Central Islip, out on the island, they crazy though. They hey, you ever heard of that group? One of my cousins told me, this was October. October, my cousin told me that we might be related to this group, Soul For Real. Y'all remember them?
Yeah, I seen them.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Heavy D
they had a
group.
tasty hit.
Yeah, they
And
had
yo,
a nice little run too.
Yeah,
they killed the game. They killed the game.
Yeah,
They
he
killed
had a
the
nice
game.
little lineup. So for real, Monifa, he was doing good.
Yeah,
yeah. That we might be related to them. I don't know. But then you know how your cousin be talking to you, y'all be done
right.
drunk like 2 or 3 Bud Lights. Man, or is that just my family? Is that just my
That's
family?
everybody family.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Thank you, Tori, because I'm like, man, are you serious? That question must have been rhetorical.
Because that might be because my family, we get together, and because my uncle told me for years that we was Haitian. He's like, nah, man, we Haitian, bro. We Haitian. Okay, all right, I go with it, guys. I mean, I don't know. And then I did the ancestry thing, and come find out we Nigerian. Ain't nothing Haitian listed on that thing. And then the people, a few of my family members was like, they don't list the Caribbean on those ancestry things. And now I'm thinking like, oh shit, we probably is Haitian. So yeah, so I don't know. DSJ, you might be quiet about the record company stuff, bro. You didn't sign your deal?
Nah. Independent. I am
think
indie.
Yeah, I think DSJ hate when we talk about the record company, bro. I mean, I can't help it, bro. I can't. It's fascinating to me that the recording artist thing. Like
I'm an indie artist. I can't discuss that part of the game because I'm not involved in it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm an indie, and so everything that I do, everything that I put into it, comes from me, and I for the most part will recoup the benefits of it. I am my stakeholder.
Right. Yo, Miguel P said you sound like Amistad. Give us free.
Give us free.
Wow.
Yeah,
If only Miguel knew.
That's smart though. A lot of people going indie.
Yeah, it's a hustle though. That beat up. It's a hustle though. Like that indie stuff. When you got to do all the work, when you your own boss, and you got to hold people accountable. Like, yeah, man. I imagine it's tough being in charge of everything. Right. Like if I could sing or rap, I'd be like, I'm independent, but I'm gonna get somebody on the business side to do that so that I can be the artist. Now they still accountable to me, but I'm definitely getting somebody over there to do all the business stuff. Somebody that's bonded, like, so if they try to run away with all my money or whatever, I already got the insurance to pay for it, and then I can still sue them in court to get money back and money that we missed out on, like legit, like that. Like I ain't like try. You ever seen people like do like handshake deals? Like, man,
Right.
I don't shake hands, bro.
Yeah, that don't work.
I don't shake hands, bro. I see my two cousins. I see
that's
my two
what
cousins fall out of a beauty salon, bro.
Right. Remember when I was telling you about the Drez, the Black Sheep documentary, and Drez had the verbal agreement with Dilla's mom
Yeah.
to do the album, and then Dilla's mom said she don't want him doing the album anymore.
Yeah.
And he ain't had no lawyers there.
You know what? The rapper I was trying to think of that died, it was Young Dolph.
Yeah.
Millionaire, independent artist, kept himself independent.
Yeah. I knew his name. I didn't know you was talking about him though. I know who Young Dolph is, but I didn't know you was talking about him specifically though.
Yeah, I was trying to talk about him specifically. I couldn't think of it. I had to sit back and think about it. It was just sitting in the back of my head. Like I know this young man's name. Very talented young man. I thought he was well liked, but obviously when you're a millionaire, you know what I'm saying, your friends are far and few and slim.
Hey Lee, I'll tell you something else. My two cousins, right? I got two female cousins. They've been best friends their whole entire life. They were born in the same year. They went to school. They rode the same bus. They was in the same grade. And by the time they got to be 30, like my one cousin got laid off, right? My one cousin got laid off, but she could do hair. My other cousin had been doing hair her whole life, right? So it's weird. Like the one cousin that had been doing hair her whole life needed a place to stay. So she stayed with my cousin that got laid off. So she helped my cousin pay rent for her apartment because, unemployment checks and regular checks don't hit the same, right? So they doing hair in the apartment. They can't keep people out of the apartment. They doing hair like early in the morning from like 10 o'clock in the morning to like 2 o'clock in the morning every day. Just heads just staying there, right? They just stay in there, doing hair. And so my cousin, I'm gonna just call them Laverne and Shirley, right? My cousin Shirley tried to get a loan to get a building because she went to school, got her license, all this stuff, and she got clients or whatever. She trying to get loans and stuff in order trying to save money and everything to get her own building. Well, every time Shirley trying to save money, something come up, somebody car breakdown, bad relationship, boyfriend drama stuff, stupid stuff. Your females go through a lot of stuff, right? So my cousin Laverne don't have perfect credit either, but she winds up getting this place that used to be a church. It's a storefront. It was a storefront, changed to a church. The church left, they built them a thing, and then they left. And then the building had been sitting for like 2 or 3 years. She get the loan to go in there, and she get not so much money. So I don't want to blow this thing out of proportion, but she gets enough money left over that not only can she lease the building out for a couple of years, she gets to set the salon up the way that they like it on the inside and have a little bit of money for, a little light bill money. They buy them a TV, put them, get them some stuff to watch movies, few TVs, get it up, set it up the way that they want, right? But the thing about the one that gets the lease and gets the thing, she's not as good as Shirley is, right? Like Shirley bringing all the clientele. But when the thing is Shirley, even though Shirley was living with Laverne, right? Shirley was the boss of Laverne, even in the apartment, right? Because it was like a thing, because she was paying a lot of the bills in there because Laverne was laid off, even though it's Laverne apartment. Y'all follow me? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, well, nah, man, we best friends, man. She wouldn't do that to me because she know I'll just leave. And if she'd leave, that means Laverne had to pay for these bills by herself, and she can't afford that because she was on unemployment. Whatever. She get the spot, right? She get the spot, all of the stuff. She do all this to set it up the way Shirley wanted, right? About a year and a half into it, they start making money, like legit. My cousin Shirley, like, get out of her Honda Civic and she buy the Lexus Jeep. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The little medium Lexus Jeep. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The mid-size joint.
Right.
No, nobody know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. So she get that, right? They still like in the same. They still living together, but now instead of them, because all they kids basically growing up together, they all in one apartment, whatever. And so she not thinking about buying a house of her own. She get her a car. She upgrade her car, right? Laverne is like making so much money now. She want like her apartment back. She like, I never really meant to have, I like my apartment being. So that's where the drama start, right? And then so now Laverne is getting bossed around in her own place, and she getting bossed around at work. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
She owns both places.
Wow.
Like the apartment is hers. She let my cousin Shirley move in. They made money doing hair, right? And then the place that they in, the dude got her the y'all ever heard lease to own? Like you start off leasing for like 3 or 4 years, and then they start talking to you about buying or whatever. And so she start like talking to him early, like, hey, nah, let me, I can buy the place because the place had big parking, all of that. Like legit parking wasn't an issue. Safety, security wasn't an issue. It's right there by the fast food places. It's like the perfect spot. It's on the
commercial. It's a perfect commercial area.
Yeah. And then what happens is my cousin Shirley is like, she is living her dream. Now she got stars in her eyes because this is always what she wanted to do. Now she is a cosmetology star. Like y'all ever heard of hair shows? Like when people do these shows with like the hairstyles and stuff?
Yeah.
Y'all have that hey, DSJ, people do that in New York?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Like,
they do it in Atlanta all the time.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. So they started doing hair shows, and how they started getting like these C and D level celebrities to come. They got Trey Lorenz coming through singing at their hair show. Y'all remember Trey Lorenz?
Mm-hmm.
So Trey Lorenz coming through singing at their hair show or whatever. They got I think they got Angie Stone one time. You remember Angie Stone? They got Angie Stone come through singing.
May she rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Angie.
Yeah, rest in peace, Angie Stone from Columbia, right?
Yeah.
So they got this thing going on, and then they start falling out because Laverne is like, "Girl, you making all this money? Why don't you get your own place?" And Shirley is like, "I know you ain't trying to kick me out." And she like, "Girl, you making like, you bringing home like $1,500 a week." And I know that's not a lot of money to some people, but after taxes, that's a lot of money to some people, right? That's a lot of money to me, right? So $1,500 after tax, I'll take it, right? So, but she like, "Girl, you making this money," and she like, I don't know if I'm ready. "Girl, you driving a Lexus." Right, she got her cute little thing. Got the Steel. What's the license plates you put on the front? You remember when you can airbrush your name on a license plate put on front of your car? Remember that?
Yeah, like the one that said "truly blessed" and
yeah. Highly favored, all this stuff, right? So
right.
yeah, so she like that, like she legit got money and saving her money, and Laverne is like, "Girl, what, you know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 kids. You got 3 kids. We in like a 4-bedroom, right? These kids need room, right?" And she's like, "These kids don't need room." And she's like, "They love each other." And Laverne is like, she like talking to my auntie, like, "Auntie, look, you know I love her, but we got to talk to her about getting out of here." At the time, they was 35, son. They was 35 years old. They 35, and Shirley don't want to leave. Right? Shirley like, "Well, we got a good thing going on." But Laverne is like, "When I'm here, you giving me relationship advice all night long. When we at the shop, you trying to be my boss. You give me, I never get a break." Right? Like I legit never get a break. And she's like, "What you mean? What you mean a break?" And Shirley is thinking like, this my cousin, this my best friend for life. But she don't know, she don't understand like this thing. So one day Laverne just snapped, right? Laverne just like write her a note and put it on the kitchen table. Like, "You got 30 days to get out of here." Right? And Shirley look at the note, 30 days? Who are you talking to? Legit, my cousin. Now, I know y'all come from good families and all that stuff, and may our family be blessed and all of that. And I'm not putting my family business out there, but my family ain't like that 24/7. Like my family, like some members of my family will fight. Like they legit will, it don't matter. Like they legit, they don't need to hear "Nuck if you buck." They are ready to get down.
I was thinking of that. "Nuck if you buck."
Yeah, they don't need to. They don't need to hear "tear the club up." Like some of them, but not all of them. Right. So she leaves. So Laverne leaves the note for Shirley. Shirley is heartbroken. She mad. She talking to Miss Mocha about how Laverne doing her wrong. And Mo like, "Yeah, girl, y'all got problems." Like you know how you be stuck in the middle. You don't want to say one. You know what I'm saying? Like, "Yeah, girl, y'all got problems, but you can't stay here." like y'all got problems over there, but y'all can't come live with us though. Like, and so Shirley don't get the hint. So one day Laverne just locked the salon up and leave. Like appointments being canceled. They like, "Why the salon locked?" She's like, Laverne legit is trying to tell Shirley that, "Yo, you got to move. You got to do this thing on your own." Right? Like legit, basically, long story short, DSJ, they still not talking to this day, and that happened like 10 years ago.
Wow.
Can I say something?
Nah, you can't talk about my cousins, bro. Don't talk shit about my cousins.
Nah, I ain't got to talk. I ain't saying nothing nasty. One is Shirley's suffering from PTSD on being on her own, and she's scared to go back out there, and that's the issue. Or that was the issue.
I I don't understand it, man. I don't understand that, bro. Maybe that's a woman thing, like a thing like you gonna keep that thing tucked inside. She should have said something. But
Hey,
gossiping about your best friend ain't gonna help.
yeah, but you know, some pain is temporary and pride is forever.
Sound like Tory B need to step in and mediate.
I can't mediate that. I don't know them people.
This is a perfect time to do the segment, woman to woman.
Listen, I'm with the note and the get out. You got to go. You get to get the priority. Listen, sometimes self-love is the only love.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
But the note didn't come. The note wasn't just a thing that popped up one day out the blue. She had been talking to her about this for
No, I
like
get
a
it.
year.
I totally get that. She better than me because I'm not gonna let that go that long.
Oh my God, bro. Like when they was going through it, like I understand Shirley part, right? Shirley is like the one, she like DSJ, like she has a natural God-given gift. Like I seen that girl doing braids half sleep. She's standing up like she's so tired she can't keep her eyes open, still braiding, right? So she got a talent, and then Laverne just do hair. She not passionate about it. She can do it, but she not passionate. She just need checks. She need a job, so she doing it just to, you know what I'm saying? And you got the one cousin who like, girl, we can be the biggest. All we got to do is stick together. We could take over the whole Columbia area, right? And my other cousin is like, man, I just want to be a woman. Like I want to meet a guy, and you know, I already got 3
Live my life.
kids. Yeah, that's her. That's her. Like she
I
just
want to live my life. And somebody else, but somebody made plans for them that they did not understand that they were involved in. And as much as and the fact of the matter is that Laverne allowed it to go that far. And like Tory B said, you know, she wouldn't let it get that far because Tory B is still stuck in the New York state of mind. Where, you know, in New York is go for what you know and survival of the fittest. Where we're not in that atmosphere no more.
Right.
You know, and that's the
For
sad
the
part.
record, I'm turning my New York card in next year. I'm coming right down to Carolina. I'm going. I'm retiring and I'm moving. I'm out of here.
Go where your money stretches. Go where your money stretches, sweetie.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking into the Charlotte area.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll tell y'all. I'll tell you what this morning. Well, not this morning, but yesterday. I went outside. I ain't have no shoes on, man. I just walked across the grass, man. Walked to the mailbox. My neighbor came outside. Hey, what you doing out here this early? Because you know I work from home. Usually, like I'll start work. They won't see me till the evenings. And I was like, man, I'm just out here, you know. And I'm looking around, and it's so peaceful and like so quiet, right? And I know that ain't for everybody. Like peace and quiet ain't for everybody. Like peace and quiet, legit. You got to be at a certain place to want like a level of serenity, right? But I walked outside Triborough. I walked outside like Eric Benet, bro. Like no, nothing. Just walked to the mailbox. Neighbor saw me and like, hey,
Weirdo.
And but Lee, the thing is like me and Mo, like the place where we at, not to put all our business out there, because Lee know what I be going through, like finding these houses and then building them up and then like either renting them out or flipping, whatever it is, right? You know, whatever. Everybody make their money, they own, you know what I'm saying, their own way, right? But yeah, I was in here the other day. I was so mad. I'm like, man, trying to put these kitchen cabinets in and all this stuff. And then Mo was like, but after we finish, you know what I'm saying, you know, get us a spot, man. We can rent this out for like $2,100 a month. And I was like, word? $2,100 a month? Okay. You want me to put those cabinets in? Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I say that to say this about my cousin Laverne, though. Her thing is like she never wanted to even be any of that stuff. All she wanted to do was like live her life. And then plus, even though she the older cousin, she is like the little cousin. Y'all ever got you ever been like that? Where you got like two cousins, they in the same grade, but one of the cousins be like the big sister. Like
I know friends like that. I have friends like that.
Yeah, every
I have
time they
friends
get
like
together,
that.
she act like the older sister. Like
Right.
all the time. It's like older sister 24/7. Laverne don't never get a break, but Shirley don't know that because while Laverne has sisters, Shirley don't have no sisters. She got brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's like 3 of them. She the only girl, right? And so Shirley is like 5 of them, and it's like 3 boys and 2 girls, and so it's complicated. Basically, is what I'm getting at. And people are people, and everybody different. You don't know what people's motivations are. Like the older you get, sometimes your motivations change. Basically.
And just to go back on topic, he said all I have to say that Nas is first and Soulja Boy is second.
Soulja Boy is absolutely second.
Wow.
It's almost Soulja Boy is almost in first, but it's not first. Never.
Crazy.
Yeah, but hey, yeah, I'm gonna do the Knicks at Night podcast in like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna see you over there.
Yeah, I gotta talk about Mike Brown's half court offense. Right, I legit gotta talk about Mike Brown half court offense, and I gotta talk about Jalen Brunson's struggle in this new offense, and how.
But I'm gonna say this too, though. Pacom Dadier is gonna be gone. Him and Kolek, just so we can sign these 1 year cats.
Hey man. Well, you're not gonna like the show we about to talk about in a few minutes, then.
Hey man, it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be deep.
Because it ain't
deep.
Yeah, bro.
No. I just know it's gonna be deep. I'm gonna, hopefully allow me to come up there with you, but I'm going to be more open minded about this new situation because we have an overall goal to get to. We have to take 2 steps in order to get to what we want to achieve. Try to achieve something that we haven't done in 53 plus years.
Right. That day soon come. Right. That day.
Inshallah.
That day right around the corner. It's just what do we do in the meantime? I'm gonna say Lasimo to everybody, thank y'all for coming through, hanging out.
Yes.
Bro, we got to do the top 50 rappers of all time, bro. I appreciate the conversation. I think next time we got to show up with a spreadsheet, bro.
All right.
We need to start from errors and then try to go from that point on, because so the way we look at things, like everything's not finite. And not only that, but a lot of these other rappers deserve their just due. And the fact that the rappers that we consider are dope and should be somewhere in the top 10 or wherever our case may be, their time's come and pass, and nobody will understand who these people are and what their what they gave to the hip hop community. And because if it wasn't for Grandmaster Cash, there wouldn't have been no such thing as true lyricism.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you got if it wasn't for Kool Herc, we wouldn't understand the whole idea of learning production and putting sounds together off of records. As well as Grandmaster Flash, Jam Master Jay,
right. So
all
Bobby
these DJs,
Designer, all these people, bro, they need credit, bro.
Well, so be it if you say so. But but to make a long story short, yeah, man, it's just what it is. It's complex because if we don't start from the inception and put these people in the top 10 from that point on, and then we got to put them above certain type of rappers nowadays, You know, it's hard to compete because that era was totally different to today's era. Because I mean, if you listen to what people say nowadays, NBA YoungBoy is the dopest MC out right now, and I just right now, and when I heard that, come out of a man who was 40 plus years old mouth, and I wanted to just reach through the screen and smack his glasses off his head and his silly braids.
It's
Tory
okay.
B knows what I'm talking about.
Hey,
But I was just like,
you can slap the bro. I got about 50 pair of glasses, bro.
no, I'm not talking about you, bro. You ain't braid. You ain't braid your hair since you was 6 years old. So stop it.
I was going bald since I was 6.
Wow.
Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, nappy pappy bursting with knots, and next thing you know, they were all gone.
I cried when she was braiding my cornrows, bro. I should have cried, bro.
Oh well, you were tender-headed, and that's what got you involved.
But she gave me some Kool-Aid afterwards, bro.
No, so messed up. Growing up with a bunch of curly locks, and now I'm a grown man, and I can't find a curl on the top of my head to save my life. You know what I'm saying? All my curls is right there in that little girl right now.
Bro, my cousin Shirley will find them. Anyway, let me get out of here. We can do the Knicks at Night podcast. Thank you to Rob Burrow. Thank you to DSJ. Thank you to Corey Lee for coming through, man. We all about to go and do the Knicks at Night podcast. Special shout out and thanks to Tory B for coming through, making me laugh, y'all. Hey, Tory B, listen. Hey, I appreciate you. Like, I'm gonna just say this, and I promise I'm gonna get out of it. Y'all know how you go through stuff in life, and then sometimes you just talk to somebody and it just make you feel better. And it ain't like they said something in particular. It's like the vibe, right?
Exactly. Breath of fresh air.
So salute to my main man Corey Lee, who always make me feel better. Salute to Tory B. Just the whole vibe, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We gonna get out of here, y'all. And for y'all already know where we headed. We about to talk about Tom Thibodeau for like 32 seconds.
You're gonna stress me out. But I'm gonna still listen.
All right.
I'll see you over there, Tory.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
We're diving in where the world collides. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Echo and essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, yeah.